is 9:30 on a Thursday night, and you're tuned in to Rip Radio Network, which can mean one and only thing. That it's Chip Chat.
Yo!
Welcome to Chip Chat, everybody. I don't know where to look today.
Yeah,
the camera's not in its normal spot.
That one. Boom, there it is.
Welcome to Chip Chat, everybody. I'm Chip. Who are you, Tez?
I think you just told him. I'm Tez.
I did. Welcome. Now,
second week back. We're in week two of our season.
Yeah, it's a weird season. Now, if you're watching on the video, I just want to get this out of the way now. What you're seeing is the result of the Chip Chat Derby Baseball Edition.
Yeah.
In which my original home team of Washington baseball fans.
Isn't the Chip Chat interleague play, right?
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
That is what it is.
The O's defeated the woeful Nats.
It's so bad.
It's not a big deal.
I'm so mad that you tweeted me. I looked at that. I've ignored most of them. But I looked at the one you sent to me, and I was like, what? Hold on. I was like, who's pitching? And I was like, Corbin. I was like, huh? And he didn't even give it up.
But it wasn't Corbin. It wasn't Corbin's fault.
For once.
But your bats were working for a little bit, and then then all of a sudden the O's bats came alive with this weird. They scored it a triple and an error with Gunnar Henderson whipped this ball into left. Your left fielder fields the ball. It's going to be a triple because of the way that your ballpark is. And then he goes to throw it in, and he dropped it.
It was like one of those little league things that happened.
Yeah,
I forgot
it. Just slips out of his hand.
Woo! The dark ages are here.
So, go ahead. 3-run sort of homer inside the park. And then
dark ages are here.
The next batter up, Mateo whacks one, going yard. So all right, it's looking all right. But we're still a few games out. We're chasing the Rays and the Jays.
Oh yeah, that's a difficult one.
So it's tough, right? Because they played each other this week. It just doesn't help us.
Not at all.
What we're hoping for is that ISIS is also paying attention to this series. I don't know. I can't. How else am I going to get this to work?
The Proud Boys.
Yeah, sure.
Or 3%.
The Proud Boys from there was a
domestic terrorism works too. That's what I'm worried about.
The head of the Proud Boys in Hawaii just pleaded guilty to something. You want to know the ultimate colonizer mentality is to be a white supremacist from Hawaii.
I'm surprised it wasn't a Boogaloo Boy.
That's impressive. Yeah, right. They already have the shirts. I don't think Hawaii likes that.
No.
It's like we invented these shirts and these idiots took them.
Well, you know why they hate Hawaii.
Well, yeah, I know there's lots of reasons why they hate Hawaii. But I'm also a little mad about that because the Boogaloo Boy uniform is basically my kind of it's just my regular what I've been wearing for 20 years.
It is that
cargo shorts and a button down.
Yeah.
It's there you go.
Yeah.
Now you look like you're trying to overthrow the government. Great. I'm not.
You're not.
Okay. Speaking of not trying to overthrow the government,
that's not happening.
We need to shout out we have a new, they're not an official sponsor yet, but they are coming on as a guest.
Perfect. So then we'll badger them into being a sponsor.
A pillow sponsorship.
The what?
Yes.
Could it be?
Could it be? One Fresh Pillow, which is a pillow company that can prove that you can be a successful pillow company without trying to overthrow the government. Quote, created by a licensed massage therapist and his smoking hot wife who definitely doesn't run this Twitter account.
That's really good.
Yes. They make great pillows. And they have a pride flag and stuff on their Twitter or whatever.
Dope.
So, turns out.
Soon they're going to be on Rip Radio with a new show. You know what it's going to be called?
Pillow Talk.
You got it.
Yeah. No, that's already what our email exchange is called.
All right, cool.
Yeah. They're ahead of us.
All right.
Listen, if I accidentally create another Rip Radio show, which I think I'm up to 6, sorry to everybody. I already created this one. Okay. Tonight's kind of like a weird night for us, too, because we're going to do something that we haven't really done before. We've got live music tonight.
Yes, we do.
Live, not just live music, but live in studio and possibly live remote music. We've got a feed on at the Motor House in Baltimore.
Dope.
Home of the victorious Orioles.
Jesus Christ.
So that we can check in on friend of the show, Subsy.
Dope. Okay.
One of the greatest MCs from the DC area. And also, Phalo Blue.
Yeah.
So, Terrence does a lot of stuff.
He does a lot of stuff.
This guy's way too smart to hang out with us,
Yeah.
but he does for whatever reason.
Got a live stream that's gonna happen.
But our live show tonight,
Yes,
is going to feature Vontae, who has a new record that is dropping tomorrow.
Oh, okay. So we get the.
But we actually get it live here a day before.
All right, there we go.
We're pulling strings.
Look at this once again.
Talent. I don't know how we do it. It's not from all your reading.
That's not. It's definitely not.
We're gonna make Vontae play Florida or Not as well. We've got a really good one. We've got some rundown. We've got news. We've got an extended Tez talk, which is I would consider this your greatest moral victory to date. Is that you've got me paying attention to climate stories like when I don't have to.
You don't have to.
But I now I care.
You can. Look.
I'm alarmed.
Day.
Yeah. Oh, it's good. Yeah. Okay. Also, we got to get your NFL takes.
Hey,
so we're gonna.
You know what?
You want to? When we come back from the break.
Come back from the break.
We're gonna open the show.
We'll open it. The show.
We're gonna do that. So that's all. That's all the stuff that's coming up, right?
All right.
We got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
You got a word?
Jeez.
I've got a word. It's relevant. So we'll see. It's Fitzmagic on the broadcast,
who denied that he didn't get injured going down a water slide on
in Buffalo.
No, in Washington that year.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
When the caller called into like 980 or something.
He's a Harvard man.
Yeah,
he's smart.
Yeah, I guess
he was shirtless in Buffalo in the playoff game.
He was shirtless.
I guess Fitzmagic is all about it. I want to hang out with him.
Yeah, and I could see him being good at the. I could see him being good as a host, not a host, as a analyst.
As an analyst, yeah, sure. He's played on literally every team in the NFL. I think he's 29 or something. It's some huge. It's a lot. Name a team. Fitzmagic has played there. Okay, so do you have your word?
Yes.
You've had all day.
I had all day. I
had one job.
All I've done was work on my Tez touchdown take intro music. That's all I've done for this show. This
better be amazing. All right. All right. So you got your word. All right.
Yep.
Sit back, grab some
units.
It's Patagonia time. You're listening to the best show, the only show, Chip Chat on RIP Radio Network.
Sweet.
Welcome back to Chip Chat here on RIP Radio Network. I am your host, Chip. With me is Tez.
What's poppin', y'all?
Now we're gonna do Tez's touchdown takes. I think as I get the segment right.
Triple
now.
T.
Before we hit it, Brian, right after you hit the sound effect, we're gonna send you down to go get our guest, who is at the door. We also discovered tonight Brian plays at least 3 characters on this network. Yeah. He plays his own show. He's the game master.
That is true. He's the game master.
He's
we
the
lose
white
that.
man.
We lose.
And he's the guy who hates poor children. So he has lots of characters that he plays on this show, on this network. It's pretty good. Okay. Now it's
oh god, that's a hell of a setup. Woo! All right, here we go.
All right, let's do the touchdown takes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here for Tez's touchdown takes. Yes, and that is new music for the background music. Here it is. All right, so
let's just. Drew Dave's got a safe job.
Yes, he's got a super safe job. It's probably the worst produced set of music for any radio station ever. All right, let's just first talk about our first week.
We should lay it out for
people.
What?
No, let the music just run in the background. It's long. It's like 4 minutes. It shouldn't take that long.
Tell everybody how you did last week for your whole thing. Go ahead. Let's see.
Where did the music go?
He didn't turn it on. He doesn't like you.
How long? We need the
Are you one of the poor children?
Well,
Tez, I don't like the
You
He's
know,
like
like those
anybody.
damn kids. They're on his lawn and they got long hair. It's just
We're listening
everything.
for it.
That's fine. Whatever. It's there. There you go. I hear it.
You do? Okay. All right. So
I
we're going
got
to keep on moving. So
Yeah.
last week, right? All right.
What is the premise of this
The premise of this is
bit?
here is that if anybody knows me for years now, I have kicked the narcotic that is the NFL.
You're better than me.
Yeah. To showcase this, the only game I watched from week 1 was the game we watched on Thursday.
Right.
So these are uneducated picks that you should probably fade. But if you did take my picks last week, you ended up 3-2. So let's start off. Yes, 3-2, right?
So you got a winning record.
Got a winning record. We'll see how this ends at the end of the year. All
Okay.
right. So we'll start first. New England versus Miami. Took Miami.
Wait, yeah.
And the fast lad from Kansas City.
The fast lad?
Seemed to steal an interception from that was a short interception from Tua Tagovailoa that was about to be thrown there. But the win, so there's a
Tua
win.
looked really good in that game too.
Yeah.
Like surprisingly good.
I guess
mean,
from
the standard on him is set pretty low.
Low, yes.
Yeah.
From the
so it's like, you know, functional.
and some might
looks
say,
good.
well, you're out of the NFL. How do you know these things? The NFL is everything.
It permeates everything.
I can't avoid
They
it.
cover it on NPR.
Yeah, like what are we
Like
talking about?
that's yeah. Come on.
It'll be on Marketplace. Next.
Yeah, right.
So I mean, it doesn't matter. Like it will be. All right. So when we move on to Jacksonville versus Washington, woo! And I didn't go Homer.
Hail to Commanders.
Is that the new song?
I
Well,
think so.
yes. Hail to the Commanders. I thought that the Urban Meyer exodus.
Departure.
The departure
yeah.
would have made Jacksonville go ahead and get the win. It looked like they were on the road to the win. I didn't expect Carson Wentz to do a game-winning drive, as I heard he did. And you can't expect it every week, but we'll see if I'm picking Washington next week. All right, Kansas City versus Arizona. The boys playing video games, it seems. And also, too, don't bet against Patty Mahomes. Kermit the Frog, do not bet against Kermit the Frog. All right, do not bet against him. You know, I need you don't bet against that raspy voice.
Well, 4th and 3 now, so let's go.
But it's a little more raspy.
Yeah.
So I'm not just simple and plain right there. I'm not betting against Kansas City
Brian,
again.
he's at the back.
Unfortunately, Kansas City's playing right now, and I can't pick them.
You can't pick them. So
Yeah, so we took.
But you did pick last week.
I did.
And how did that one go?
Well, I picked Arizona last week.
You picked Kyler over.
That's the L there. There's 2 L's there, but Tampa Bay versus Dallas.
That was an easy pick.
That was an easy pick.
Even somebody like you,
yes,
who is purposely avoiding the NFL, knows that Brady versus injured Dak Prescott.
Tom Brady, TB versus Dallas.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
I mean, and
simple and plain.
And Prescott's out for the season.
I did see he hurt his thumb.
Yeah.
Oh. Well.
So sad.
So we're moving on to week 2, friends.
Oh, wait a minute. There was one other big story though last week. Is that former Jets great Geno Smith?
Oh yes.
And
against the
Seattle
shiny
Seahawks,
suit man.
Against the guy who ditched them for the Mile High Rockies
and the Mile High money.
He
probably should have got paid.
Trounced them. Geno was on fire.
Sheesh.
He was running that offense. He looked like he knew it. And my wife, who is a devoted, lifelong Jets fan, she's watching former Jets great Pete Carroll coaching former Jets great Geno Smith and a couple other guys in the defense or whatever. And I'm like, hey, look at Geno. And she goes, where was this? Like 6 years ago, 7 years ago, 10 years ago. And I'm like, it was the Jets. That's what it's not Geno. Geno wasn't the problem. Obviously, it's the Jets that was the problem.
I feel like the last time that I was following Geno, he was about to come back and he got punched in the mouth, right?
Yeah, that's true.
That sucks. So again, week 1, uneducated picks, but we went 3-2.
Okay.
We went 3-2.
So this week,
week 2. All right. So we're gonna start off with Baltimore versus Miami. This is simple here. We're going with Baltimore.
Easy question, right?
I think I heard a stat that the last 4 times Miami came to Baltimore, they've lost by combined 95. Is that true?
That sounds right.
Sounds right.
As far as I know.
All right, we're gonna go with that. I don't know.
And the Ravens are 3.5 favorites.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Simple and plain right there.
So far.
All right, then we're going Washington versus the Detroit Lions.
It's another easy one. We've got 2 bad teams.
There's 2 bad teams, exactly. And this week, I'm going with the Commanders.
Tell that to J. Scott Smith.
Though I would say,
that's another derby.
That is another derby.
That's us versus him.
Yeah, that is true. I would say, though, if you're going to put some money into some stocks, though, I would go with Ford.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So
15 to 15 right now.
You'll be surprised by how this pick is.
Oh, God.
The Lions are favored by 1 point
Wait, in Detroit,
in Detroit.
they're home with a 1.
1
Oh
point.
my
favorite.
God! I should switch this to them winning by safety.
That's
Yeah, right. It could happen. This could easily happen. I'm gonna stick with the Commanders though. All right?
okay. All
All
right.
right. Then we're gonna do Pittsburgh and Mike Tomlin, the man who doesn't blink, with New England
Or smile,
or
have
smile
any
against the other
emotion.
man who doesn't smile or have any other emotion.
Yeah.
Didn't, I think I heard some post game talk. What that Tomlin said he came in. And he's like, if you got the gun in your hand, shoot him or something like that. So that was.
That sounds like a thing that Mike Tomlin would say.
But yeah, we're gonna rock with. I do know who's quarterback in one of these teams.
Yeah.
Who is it? What's his name? Is it
Trubisky?
Oh, that's who's
Yeah, you got Turbo in
and what's his
Pittsburgh, and you
Joe?
got Mac in
Mac is
in-
who it is.
Yeah,
Mac Jones in there.
Yeah.
We're going with Pittsburgh on this one.
Pittsburgh
We're
with an
going
H.
with Pittsburgh.
All right, what's the line there, Brian?
Pittsburgh are 2-point underdogs.
Woo!
Oh, okay, all right.
Okay,
That's,
all right.
that's your first
There we
upset
go.
this
First
week.
upset
You
there.
picked
All
a
right.
couple upsets last week.
I did
You
pick
got
a
it
couple
right.
upsets last week. All right. Dallas versus
This is your last
Cincinnati.
one?
No, I
For
got
the-
6 this week.
Oh, you got 6 this
I got
week. Okay.
3 1:00 games, two 3 1:00 games, 2 4:00 games, 1 Monday night game.
Okay.
All right, Cincy versus Dallas.
Ooh.
Going with
Super
Cincy.
Bowl,
Yeah.
Versus quarterback.
Who's this quarterback that's coming in for Dallas? I know it's a new one.
I've never heard of him.
Never
heard of him.
Yeah.
All right, so the new man coming in to play behind center at Dallas, I don't got him coming in.
I mean, he's just
Where is this game? At Dallas?
In Dallas.
No way.
the only way that Dallas has a chance is if like Micah Parsons destroys Joe Burrow in the first quarter, and that's
Yeah.
like the only chance.
No.
No way.
We're going with Burrow.
There's just no way.
Take it, Cincy. What's the line on that?
Bengals are
by
7 point favorites.
Okay, of course.
7. Okay,
Obviously,
there you go.
There we go.
Come on.
Surprise us, Dallas. All right.
No.
We're going Chicago versus Green Bay. Ooh, my man.
That's a division
That's
battle.
a division battle against who's the quarterback in Chicago? Don't know.
It's not
it's
Turbo.
Fields. It's Fields.
Yeah,
it's Fields, okay,
Yes.
versus that druggie in Green Bay.
No, he's not a druggie. He didn't get his shots, remember?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's an anti-druggie.
He's just a liar.
Yeah, he's a liar.
He's never coming on this
He's
show.
an infected liar.
But he is probably the best quarterback I've ever seen. No, Patrick Mahomes is here now, so we're gonna go Green Bay though. Still, before Patrick Mahomes, though, we'll go with that. But yeah, we're taking Green Bay. What's the line on that?
Packers are 10-point favorites.
Yeah, that sounds
and
right.
they are the highest favored second. Well, you'll love this one. There are 2 other games that are 10-point favorites. So just to let you know, the Falcons and Rams. Rams are 10-point favorites.
Yeah, I love that. This keeps.
And,
I can't wait to hear this back.
Also, this is funny. Broncos and Texans, and the Broncos are 10-point favorites.
Wow.
Wow.
yeah.
With badass
Russell
well, the
Wilson
defense is
versus
gonna- the
versus
defense is gonna-
Nam. Like
Yeah.
I don't even know who's on Houston still.
Uh,
Everybody's gone. They're all on the Cardinals.
yeah. Well, we know.
And Deshaun is
yeah.
riding his Lamborghini around Cleveland, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's
Well, we
doing.
know Lovie Smith, the coaching.
Yeah,
that's
so
it.
right.
Oh, well,
Of course Lovey's
Of
coaching.
course.
That's a
Yeah.
setup,
right?
right?
Everything's sweat the shit to bring
Yeah.
a black man.
Got a black
All right.
coach. Let's make sure he
also
loses.
the whatever. Well, your next game.
All right, here's my last pick. We're going to Monday night.
Yeah.
There are 2 Monday night games.
The 1 Monday night game we're picking here: Minnesota versus Philly.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with my cousins.
Kurt,
We're gonna go with Kurt.
former Redskins great. Sorry.
Waste the
Commanders
franchise.
great, whatever.
Oh, whoa! Watch your language.
I'm
friend.
trying.
Sorry,
Sorry.
Lord.
Former Redskins mediocre. Let's
There
just
you go.
say.
There you go.
I
That's
got
what we're
it
talking
wrong.
about. Great.
All right. The Eagles
Obviously.
are 2-point favorites in this game.
Okay.
And
All right.
the other 10-point favorite game is the Bills are 10-point favorite over the Titans.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer. I mean, but like, really, the Eagles are the favorite there?
Yep. Eagles are 2-point
Dalvin
favorites.
Cook is going to be really mad about it.
Yeah, a little bit. But so those are Tez's touchdown takes for week 2. Again, we were 3-2 last week. We're gonna go 6-0 this week. All right.
Is that
I'm
what you
calling
all
it right now? We're going.
We'll
We're going
find out.
6-0 this week. I'm feeling hot, but it's probably because of the hop slam.
Yes.
Hop slam.
Putting the
Hop
vaccine
slam.
into salad dressing.
That's right. All right.
All right.
Let's take. You want to take a quick break? You got a track to play?
After those hot ass takes, yeah.
You got some? Or can we check in? Is Sub-Z on stage? He's not on stage. All right.
It's not. He's not coming on until the last half hour of the show,
I
which
don't
is usually
know.
between
It's
11 and
just
11:30.
Start. Yeah. Right.
He's
Fine.
like, "Oh, sorry."
Yeah, we're gonna check on him.
All
All
right.
right, we're gonna take a quick break. Then we'll come back with the rundown and all kinds of other stuff that's going on. And you never know where this show is gonna go. We're already way off the rails. So
A lot,
it's
really.
fantastic.
I'm giving football.
Yeah,
I'm giving football
it's-
picks
it's
every
gone-
week. That is
it's gone
the most.
fantastic,
That's
I
the
gotta
most
tell you.
off the rails. It is.
Yes. All right, we're gonna take a break. You're listening to Chip Chat on RIP Radio Network.
Sweeps.
On the Montclair, left the lodge shot the day, smoked the spliff with the Swiss chocolatier. Tap your pocket, flossing. Out in Florence with the Santro pay model and an ounce of orange. Tax dodging, smoking that Moroccan. In the trap cropping, bag of man cotching. Next week I'm out shotting. 2 grand in my back pocket, cop this on the black market. Gourmet dish, I covered all bases. County court cases, I caught a case at the horse races. Tom Ford framing, popping off the boat blazing. Blood dress for the occasion, the shrimp's Cajun, my chef's Asian. I pop a quaking and feel famous. My side chick sniffs at the situation. Sniff the Ronald Reagan off the invitation. Freemason, freemason, free agent. Out of reach, spend the week at the presidential suite with a free playing. Laying in the cut like we DJing. I pay attention to the detailing. I'm all over my anaconda cover. I had to call her over. Casanova. Pop the cork on the 4-poster. Score a goal like Zola and take home the Gorgonzola. Gorbachev chop the Yola. Roll the Utopia. Black bottle Remy at the Grosvenor. I'm the composer, poser. Arrogant Adrian Broner. Sinatra, Sosa. Candy Red Roadster. Louis Loafer. I spray a groupie with my super soaker. The supernova. 2 tickets to Verona. High roller. I tell her wake me up when the flight's over.
Salute. All brothers bless up, even rappers up in daddy's closet playing dress up. Real spiffy,
All right,
smoke
welcome back to Chip Chat here on RIP Radio Network. I'm your host, Chip. It's
Tom
Ed.
Sawyer's
Brian, who is that? It sounds like Doom somehow.
Yeah. His name is. You'll be surprised. It is him.
It's Doom, right?
Yeah, with Bars Simpson.
Yes.
Okay.
There you go.
Bars Simpson.
Call me by my
R.I.P.
government. Doomale. All right. Yeah.
It's crazy how like I was talking to someone and how I'm obviously a fan, but you know you got the super fans. Of
Yeah.
his, and I was talking to this barista, and I knew she just had a baby, and she was like, and they were playing MF Doom in the store, and I was like, oh, you had a baby, and she was like, yes. She's like, we named him Victor.
Okay.
I was like, yeah. I was like,
Sweet.
this was a white woman.
Yeah, well.
Would be.
Would be. Right. Listen, Doom is
Doom, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hands down. Yeah.
I don't know.
Enough said.
Yeah.
You said everything right there.
That's
I
it.
got it all right there.
We're all
Anyways,
there. Food. All right. Now we've come to the part of the show called the rundown. We're going to tell you about some stuff that's gone on in the news. All right. So there's that thing that happened back on January 6th. You remember that? Some guys came to our city and did some stuff.
The tourists?
Yeah, the tourists.
Yeah.
Ted Cruz likes him.
Mm.
So
How did he
this
behave in Canada?
week, 40, right. He's either in Cancun or Canada, but he's never in the States for some reason. About 40 subpoenas. And I love that every news story keeps listing this as about 40. As if there's some secret of how many subpoenas went out. I think it's 39. I think that's why they keep saying about 40. I don't know why they don't just say 39. Whatever.
Number.
Okay, yeah, but it's like
That
a
doesn't
cool
matter.
number. It's a 3 times 13. It's like a triple prime kind of deal.
What? I
What?
guess.
3's a prime, 13's a
Yeah.
prime. That's cool. Whatever.
You do know math.
You know books. I know
Math.
things about numbers. I think. I don't know. I made it up. All right.
I love that. This graphic is amazing. If you are not watching,
Oh yeah.
I have never seen this graphic, and I just looked up at the screen.
Brian made that a couple weeks ago. Or he
It
had it
is-
before we went off. Yeah.
It is the United States of America with the We the People
up in
the flag.
Seattle. So the We the People starts in Seattle, and then the flag starts somewhere around like Nebraska and
Where
Colorado. and
it's
stuff.
blue where it's not blue.
Yeah. no, Colorado's in
yes,
there.
Colorado now.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you get the white stripe right across
Across
the
the
middle,
middle.
for some reason. I
And
don't
then
know
the-
why that is.
And then the cotton belt is on fire.
And then right there you can see Texas A&M losing to App State. It's right there. It's fantastic.
Good old
Look, see,
Jimbo.
we're not the only one. We're not the only one. Put Michigan, now we're in a 2 in the category. All right. So about 40 subpoenas were issued by the DOJ last week as part of the criminal investigation into the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol, said all of the sources to literally any news outlet that would listen. Among those subpoenas are close advisors to the former guy, as well as former White House officials and staffers from his 2020 campaign, ranging from the lowest level up to the highest levels. I think we got a leak out today that one of those is Mr. Meadows.
No way.
Yes.
For real?
Yes. Yes. We're going to find out. Could be confirmed. Times is kind of leaking on it. At least one top Trump advisor, Boris Epshteyn, recently had his phone seized. He's not the only one. There were a number of phones that got snatched. ABC News has previously reported that subpoenas are seeking information from witnesses about Trump's efforts to overturn the 2020 election, events leading up to and surrounding the attack, including all of the fundraising efforts.
Well, because
that's where Meadows and all these. It is a grip.
Yo,
you know who else is in on that fundraise?
Who?
Your boy Steven Miller.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Miller, not double stuff.
Not double stuff. Miller.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Of course.
He's going down with this too.
He hates immigrants and loves money.
Yeah, well.
Oh, sorry. Anyway, yeah. But I was going to say, though, the DOJ is going to turn into the friggin' Metro PCS store soon. So the amount of phones they have.
Right, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. It's hilarious. Are they playing go-go music?
Yeah.
They might get shut down.
Hey. Don't mute Washington.
So if we're gonna talk about that, we also need to talk, like, these things are all kind of coming together. Remember how we talked about how the January 6th committee has like production help from the folks at ABC to like make it a good TV show?
Yeah.
This whole arc is becoming like the MCU of politics. It's all.
I mean, when you got Mickey Mouse behind it.
Yeah, but it's all tying together.
Yeah, they're building it. They've done a great job of building a story.
Of January 6th, you've got all of the people coming, getting subpoenaed and all that stuff. You've got phones getting seized. You also have the trial going on, or the grand jury investigation going on in Fulton County. You've got this stuff going on in New York with the fundraising and all this kind of. You've got some federal investigations into some of this fund. It's all, and then you've got the Mar-a-Lago search. All of this stuff is kind of coming together, and it's coming together in a way that is either super convenient or super inconvenient for the Department of Justice, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah, I mean, well, when you say that, what do you mean? Because of the upcoming?
Because sometimes they file evidence in one case that basically was redacted in their other cases. Case in point here, the Justice Department on Tuesday pointed out a key discrepancy in the former guy's legal arguments in the wake of the FBI search on Mar-a-Lago. None of his court filings back up his public claim that he had declassified the government records. None of his lawyers are making that claim. They're not making the claim that he had some legal right to these papers or anything like that. So all of that is kind of bullshit. And part of that, the affidavit got unredacted this week because other evidence that was in it was used in the subpoenas and charging documents for the January 6th stuff. So, like, these guys are so criminally stupid that they're putting down on paper what they're doing as they're doing it, and then they're like looking around confused, like, how did you find out?
I mean, but
look, like, dummy, you wrote it down.
But also, too, look at the base that went and ran into the Capitol, that filmed themselves in the.
Yeah, they filmed themselves doing it, and they were like utterly confident that what they were doing was legal somehow.
It's audacious.
It is. Just let's just say
the
caucasity of it.
The caucasity of it is
it's unbelievable, and. You see this going even further. It was like, oh, yeah, he declassified the documents. Of course, he just took them home or whatever. They're his. And
it doesn't matter.
Not his.
That's a moot point all around.
So stupidly moot, but they have it all written down. They keep saying the thing, and then they go to court, and they go, so are you saying this? And they go, well, no, we're not making that argument, which is exactly the same thing that happened in this bullshit about there being fraud in the election.
Yeah, exact same thing. When they get to court.
He's out there going, oh, no, there was fraud. Give us money. We need to go fight it in court. And then he goes into court, and he presents zero evidence of it because he doesn't want to get thrown in the fucking jail for lying to the judge to his face. Case in point, a line of the judge.
Rudy at Rikers would be a love. That
Would
would
be
just be poetic
hilarious,
justice right there.
Christine Bobb, who was one of Trump's lawyers, who was one of the
What's that
custodians of
name again?
records. Christine Bobb with 2 B's on the end of Bob, by the way. It's a fantastic name.
Great
Has quit the Trump legal team to do what?
Oh.
Hire her own criminal defense lawyer
lawyer,
because
that's what I was
she's
gonna
going to jail after signing all this stuff that isn't true. And she knew it wasn't true. And now, thanks to some of these things that we're learning in the filings and the arguments over the special master stuff, which they seem to have come to an agreement on.
That's
which
over
is,
with. Yeah,
again,
they did. That came out earlier this
is
evening.
dumb. Remember unindicted co-conspirator number 1?
Mhm.
Okay, we've got that again. They call him F POTUS though. In all the F POTUS, which is a great name.
Yeah.
So we're gonna call him the F POTUS. Yeah. So F POTUS.
Now you, Biden.
Yeah. No, that's Brandon. That's a different. Yeah, F Brandon. This is F POTUS.
All right.
Okay. So the F POTUS apparently was the one that told all the lawyers to not disclose all the documents. So the FBI and the archives are like, hey, where's all your documents? And they're like, well, they're all in this office, in the storage room. Sorry, in the storage room. They're certainly not in any offices or any desks or anything like that.
Of course not.
And the FBI is like, are you sure? And they're like,
yes.
We have not been advised by F POTUS that they are anywhere other
that's
than
good.
this.
That's good speak right there.
Good job, lawyers.
Good job, lawyers.
Trying
right
to
there.
find your way out of it. Well, the FBI gets the surveillance footage from Mar-a-Lago because they got a subpoena because, again, that's how the freaking legal system works. And they're like, hey, look at you moving all these boxes and shit, plus all these documents we found everywhere and all these empty folders with all this stuff and blah, blah. I think you lied to us.
Federal judges just don't sign warrants.
No.
It just doesn't happen.
That's but in Trump world, they do. It's a fake thing where the courts are fake. It's all this kangaroo court bullshit, but somehow they're proud of all the judges they appointed. Like it is
insane.
One of the most insane inside out versions of reality you can possibly conjure, and it gets worse. This story is entitled, Sir, This is a Hardee's. Now remember that we have a pillow sponsor.
Yeah,
One Fresh
we
Pillow.
do. Yeah, one fresh pillow.
That other pillow guy, Mr. Pillow, as
Mr.
Trump
Pillow.
calls him.
That's sick. My pillow.
Yes. Mike
that's his
Lindell.
That's his-
Mike Lindell, Mr. Pillow. He was at a drive-thru at Hardee's, at the drive-thru, trying to get a sandwich or whatever he was getting, and he gets stopped. His car gets pinned in by 2 big trucks.
This quote was great.
Yeah, the quote was good. It says and now after this incident happened, he talked to literally any reporter who called him, whether it was the Washington Post or Alex Jones. He said, quote,
He didn't
we
have a
pull
phone.
ahead and a car, right, and a car comes perpendicular and parks a little ways in front of us. And I've been around the block. That's shorthand for I was a crackhead. And I said to my buddy, I said, that's either a bad guy or it's the FBI. And guess who it wasn't? A bad guy.
Because he's the bad guy.
He's the bad guy. And the feds jump out and they're like, give me your phone. And he's like, oh, you want this phone? And, and apparently one of the things that he did was try to help the FBI find the real evidence, quote unquote.
Oh.
And they're like, what, do you have other stuff? And he's like, yeah, here's this images from the voting machines in Mesa County. And they're like, well, we wanted to know
the same Mesa County where
where Tina Peters is currently under federal indictment. Yes.
Because she's loosey-goosey with
Because
USB
she
drives.
gave these copies of these voting machines to Lindell. And not only is he not hiding it from the FBI, he's like, oh, thank God you're here. Let's look at all this evidence and stuff.
Well, he's going to get off with a light penalty then. That's
guy's-
cooperation.
Right, yeah. I mean, he is.
He's not knowingly.
He's a star witness in his own
Oh,
case.
Very weird. It's all very weird.
So, and Tina Peters is going to jail for all this stuff. I mean, it's...
What if no one goes to jail?
Well, then it's a failure of the system, and we're in a failed state, and that's the war that I've been worried about all this time.
Yeah, me too. I'm kind of in on it now.
Yeah.
After my recent readings.
Well, there's that guy at the New York Times who convinced himself otherwise, or whatever, or maybe it's the Post. I don't know. Some columnist was 5 years ago. He's like, "We're going to have a civil war for sure," and somehow now he talked himself out of it. Now he talked himself out of it.
I mean, we can't avoid it, but you cannot avoid it if you don't prosecute.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Simple as plain.
Under the jail.
Yeah.
All of them.
And if they rise up and bring their nail guns to FBI headquarters,
Sure.
shoot them.
Yeah, right.
Simple.
Well, as long as they're not holding cell phones or singing in a park, you know, you don't have to shoot them. It's fine.
I mean, anyways, I was gonna go down.
Sometimes you wonder, Brett, about those things. You ever wonder, Brett, about why certain people don't get shot? I wonder, Brett, about it all.
You
the
wonder,
time.
Brett, about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You want to take a break?
I think so. I think
All
that's
right.
necessary.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, we've got a story about a cracker. No, not that kind. A graham cracker. It's a real graham cracker. We're going to talk about them. And after that, a live in-studio performance of a brand new hit single
Yes.
that you can't get until tomorrow, but we've got right here.
Oh.
We're great. We're
They're
making
pushing
radio great again.
it. Ooh.
Yeah. A little
I
too
thought,
close.
I thought that's what the Cubans in Miami were doing.
Putting the
Great
vaccine into salad
It's a
dressing.
salad dressing. It's a bizarre world. You're listening to Chip Chat on Rip Radio Network.
Nabisco.
Chat here on Rip Radio Network. I am your host, Chip. With me is Tez.
What's poppy on that? The show that happens outside the actual show is insane.
It is.
You'll never hear it.
You don't want to hear it.
You don't want to hear it.
Well, you probably do want to hear it, which is why maybe we should start selling tickets to in studio.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Well, we need to do a remote.
For 37
I
cents.
know Brian's like, what the fuck? You mean a
For
remote?
37 cents, you can come here and watch the show.
37 cents.
What, I'm overcharging a little bit? Brian's got thoughts. No, we're not playing that.
We're not playing that?
Okay. Now we've come to the part of the show called Graham Cracker Working for the DNC. Now, many people like to comment on things they don't know anything about.
Mm-hmm.
For example, watch this. I think that you should use a pitching wedge if you're within 100 yards of the green.
Depending on your strength, you could have.
Did I get that right?
That's close. I mean, 100 yards, you probably want to use a gap wedge, but
okay.
it's a
Point
wedge.
Being,
it's close
I don't
enough.
know shit about
That was
golf.
close.
I am wildly unqualified to have any thoughts on golf.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, my experience of it is limited to playing Golden Tee at a bar, which I'm good at that. So it's just a video game. It just happens to be about golf.
You win McDonald's fries if you are the winner of a curling match.
That's not true. So very good. Okay. So, people saying things with an authoritative voice about shit that they have literally no experience with is not uncommon, especially here in this day and age in these United States.
Yes. Just log on to whatever social platform that you want. You'll see it.
Enter one Lindsey Graham who has never in his life come even within a millimeter of getting a woman pregnant. For very obvious reasons. On Tuesday, introduced a bill that would ban abortions after 15 weeks of pregnancy. He guesses. He's not sure how that works. He thinks there's magic involved. Oh, his ladybugs told him.
Oh, stop it.
This was the most prominent effort by Republicans to restrict the procedure since the Supreme Court overturned Roe in June.
It's only been a couple months, guys.
Quote, I think we should have a law at the federal level that would say after 15 weeks, no abortions on demand except in cases of rape, incest, or to save the life of the mother. Graham
He's
said,
more progressive than most.
and that should be where America is at. Okay, well, so he's like this close to codifying Roe, except that, Lindsey, buddy, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't even have like a wife to ask.
You big dummy.
You do live with your sister, which doesn't say, I'm not saying not that there's anything wrong with that. No. We are a very progressive show.
Yeah.
We're in with the alphabet community.
Yeah.
Of
exactly.
Which we are
whatever you like
happy
to do
to accept you when you feel the need to tell the rest of us. But this is ridiculous.
When you feel the need to tell the rest of us.
Kansas, the reddest square of this country, voted 60-40 in favor.
It was kind of insane. Yeah.
20 points
Yeah.
in favor of protecting the right to abortion in Kansas, a state that elected Sam Brown back their governor and obliterated literally all state services just to try it out.
Just to see how this works.
Yeah, they were like, oh, we want to try our conservative utopia.
There are freedom type people out there.
They are, except when it comes to, oh no, apparently with women too.
Yes.
So Lindsey, in his infinite knowledge of nothing about women, decided to say this out loud. And then all of the Republican
everybody was like,
establishment
what is going on?
Don't say that. This is costing us votes.
I read it and was like, what is he doing?
Yeah, because it turns out that the Roe overturn is not what they wanted. They wanted to have Roe to run against. They didn't want to actually overturn it. The dog that caught the truck, they don't know what to do now. Indiana just banned women altogether yesterday. Like, it's a bad look, and they're going to lose at the ballot box. And so everybody was like, yo, we didn't say this. The RNC's not saying this. Republicans aren't saying this. Lindsey went out. He got a little over his skids on this.
And if you also, to look at anybody who's running, they've removed any talk of abortion from their websites, their platforms. It's not there.
Come around a little more information today. Turns out he's just reading off of a memo that the RNC already circulated, that they actually do have this thing written. They're ready to go. Mitch and all of them are ready to go.
That kind of sounds like some shit you think you might want to do, and then someone's like, we're doing this, and then they run out to the podium and tell you.
No. They sent him to go fall on the sword.
Yeah,
because he's willing to do it. This guy's as
I mean, he's good for another 6 years or 7 years.
yeah,
So
he's never gonna lose his seat in South Carolina, and he's never gonna have to worry about like
abortion
people, right? He's never gonna have to worry about one of his mistresses outing him for getting her pregnant for some reason. I'm not saying that I know. I'm just saying, but
Pussy.
yeah. I think the best quote came from Nikki Glaser. I think she was covering for Jimmy Kimmel on his show.
Was he still drunk?
No, he was out for vacation.
No.
And
wasn't he drunk in the Emmys?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. And she mentioned that Lindsey Graham, they had her like speed roast politicians. She said Lindsey Graham, somehow somebody who for whom the name Lindsey is too masculine. Yeah, cut like a knife.
You know,
these guys can't, like, they want to lose.
Yeah, they do.
God bless them. I'm gonna give them $50 just to keep it going.
Who?
The RNC, if they're gonna push this stuff.
I guess, yeah, right. They're like the Democrats funding these
It's worked in Illinois. It's
these
worked in a bunch
crazy
of
people.
these- yeah.
Unless it doesn't work,
Yeah.
at the end, that would be insane.
Nah.
What did Mitch McConnell has to do with that?
I got a veggie tray this weekend.
You did?
Yeah. It didn't come from Pennsylvania, but
Okay.
it came from New York, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was accused of being, my wife was accused of being a Democrat.
Ooh, a Democrat.
Yeah.
Like-
Because she had a veggie tray that her parents bought her to see if she was a Democrat.
Well, meat and potatoes is more the
No, but like that's the thing about Dr. Oz. It was like, the crudité or whatever.
exactly. He
dip
couldn't say it, and then they
asparagus
couldn't. Couldn't he say it
and
right?
Salsa. No,
Well, he said it correct,
talking
but no,
about
he said. But he
crudité.
said. But the
And
other
then everybody in
his
Pennsylvania
opponent
was
was
like,
like,
"You mean a veggie tray?"
His opponent was like, "We call that veggie trays."
The fuck you talking about crudité? That's just French for like raw
Well,
stuff.
because Dr. Oz is a liberal elite.
Yeah, and he's Turkish. It's not even American.
Oh yeah, he's freaking like Mehmet Ozil.
That's his name.
I know it is Mehmet Oz.
Yeah.
Damn, it's true. Hey, they might be the same person.
All right.
No,
so
no.
What are we
He
doing
hasn't
about
came out
Graham
on time.
here? Do we have anything else about him?
I mean,
also, they've decided to call 15 late-term abortion, by the way, which is not a thing. It doesn't
Fucking
exist. There is
insane.
no
Anyways,
such thing.
I mean, number one,
Fucking morons.
again, if you follow Lindsey Graham for a long time,
Don't get too close.
don't get too close. Maybe McCain didn't father
I
that.
hear you can.
Maybe McCain didn't father that illegitimate black child.
No.
Maybe the other scat. Never mind.
No,
I'm just messing around. But
Wild
again,
speculation.
wild speculation. We need music for that.
Yeah.
But nope. There you go. That's even better. Again, if you followed him for a long time, he seems like just an opportunist, right?
Very much so.
You ride McCain's coattails for as long as you did. That's your man, the Maverick. Then you
He was
switch.
just riding his coattails. I wanna
That's
be clear
all.
about
Let's be
that. That's
clear
all
about
Lindsey
that.
was riding on John McCain was his coattails.
You, when you see Trump, you're against Trump, but then you realize
He like even said, "Use my words against me," and then we did, and he's like, "I didn't
even
say
after
that."
the Capitol was ransacked by tourists, remember he was against this, and then they bullied him on a plane ride home.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he flipped. So
yeah,
I mean, he's a sucker.
yeah.
Not like that.
Just saying. We're not saying. All right. That shit. That was a long way to go for an amazing joke. I don't know if you meant to do it, but it was so good. It's not quite Underground Railroad Metro joke.
No, that was insane.
But that's
That
really
was
good.
insane.
I am still very proud of that joke.
that was insane.
You know what I'm most proud of is the sort of postscript to it of like I texted everybody else and I don't know why they didn't answer. That's my favorite part of that clip. Brian, well clipped.
Well
Very,
clipped.
very,
Well clipped. It was
very
really
good.
good.
All right. You want to see something amazing on this show?
Yeah.
We're going to do something that we really haven't done before. We're going to have a live in studio performance. of some
Word?
music.
Word?
I don't think we've ever done this
I don't think
in
we've done
almost
this.
8 years. I can't recall it. Then again, I'm not in charge of this show, so who knows?
I'm sitting in the
Um,
driver's seat, obviously.
All right. So you weren't even here for most of it.
That's why I'm in
All
charge.
right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna shut up. We're gonna let Brian turn on the music, and the video monitors and those listening at home are going to be treated to the musical stylings of one Mr. Von Tay. Take it away.
before we get into it, I need y'all's assistance to you know what I'm saying. So,
We're just getting the sound levels here. We got to do, you know, this is.
Blah 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 blah.
Let us know. We're both technically musicians.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I wrote this song called On God,
Yeah.
and it's about bad relationships, toxic friendships, all of that I'm sure we've all have experienced at some point in our life, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the chorus goes, bad relationships make you give up on love, and the song is called On God. So I need you guys in the audience, because this is my audience right here. On God, you just repeat after it. Bad relationships make you give up on love. On God.
On God.
Lie to your face now, ain't nobody you can trust.
On God.
I still be going through shit that's fucking with my mental.
On God.
Right. There you go. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it.
All right, let's do
Let's
it.
get it.
Hot slam.
Hey. Hey. Man, this song right here is called On God. And everybody tuned in right now. I'm sure you've had a bad relationship, toxic friendships, but somebody out there is probably going through something with their family. So I'm gonna dedicate this one to y'all. Okay? Yeah. Look, had some fake family, had to cut them off like split ends. I could tell some stories, but shit, where do I begin? Had to separate myself so far, feel like I'm Pluto. Cut them off, niggas come right back just like new growth. Talking out their neck, thinking they can disrespect me. Niggas come around for money, used to neglect me. Fucked up and too late, I put you in the past. Mistake niggas for Usher, told them shit, you got it bad. Hey, bad relationships make you give up on love. Lie to your face now, ain't nobody you can trust. I still be going through shit that's fucking with my mental. Everything used to be simple. I gotta pray and try to get rid of these sins. I had to cut some ties and get rid of some friends, y'all. Man, ain't shit perfect. I'm just working every day, trying to make it through the storm. Here it coming. It's just me, myself, and now the three of us, just like the Migos. Sick of all the bullshit, I see through niggas like peepholes. Finally understand it, now life is sweeter than candy. Every day working while niggas sit in their room like brandy. See me on their phone online thinking they know me. Caught up in opinions trying to boss me in like goatees. Fucked up, I'm faded, drinking liquor till it's gone. Got them talking like Marvin, asking me what's going on. Hey, you need some friends that's gonna pray for you. You need that kind of love that's gonna be there all day for you. You gotta separate the real from the fake, with your friends to the family and everyone you date. Shit, through hell and back, you need some kind of healing. Hey, stay off of social media telling your business. Ain't no to self, love who you are regardless of all of your flaws. Every imperfection in your mirror makes you who you on God. Bad relationships make you give up on love. Hey, lie to your face now, ain't nobody you can trust. I still be going through shit that's fucking with my mental. I miss the days when everything used to be simple. I gotta pray and try to get rid of these sins. Sometimes you gotta cut off your friends, y'all. Yeah, man, ain't shit perfect. I'm just working every day, trying to make it through the storm. Here it coming, feel the rain. And I'm gonna break that down, because I don't know if y'all understand this, but bad relationships make you give up on love. Lie to your face now, ain't nobody you can trust.
Oh, God.
I still be going through shit that's fucking with my mental. I miss the days when everything used to be simple. Y'all remember the days where things were simple and not social media was involved and stuff like that? We probably don't. We yeah, right. We went outside. I gotta pray and try to get rid of these sins. I had to cut some ties and get rid of some friends, y'all. Man, ain't shit perfect. I'm just working every day, trying to make it through the storm. Here it coming, feel the rain.
Hey.
Go check out my EP.
Shut it down.
Woo!
Shut it down. Come on, sit down with us. Let's see if we can figure this out.
Yeah, how do we go straight into the
we want to interview. We're gonna do the Johnny Carson thing where we, hey, that was good. Come
come
over
on
and
and sit down.
Yeah, why don't you come and sit down with Ed and us? I don't know how to. I don't have a good Carson
You
impression.
don't, but it's all right.
What is
Mine
yours
is bad.
like?
It's
Is it
terrible.
any better?
That's way before my time, son. You think I watched that? You know, we're in that like
I don't know if I actually know what Johnny Carson sounds like, or I know what Dana Carvey's doing
Carson. All
yeah,
right.
Carson sounds like. I know the Phil Hartman version of Ed McMahon for sure.
Jesus Christ. Yes, sir. Not a clue. No, sir.
That's all right. Wow.
Woo!
What a performance.
Thank you.
Hey, like
Thank you.
we don't have that around here very often.
I'm glad he
so
did that song too, because I have questions. That's in my questions here too.
I'm ready. I'm
There we
ready.
go.
Okay,
back.
so I'm gonna do the official, like,
Yeah,
you know,
kick
the
it off
Coaching
how
on
you
the
usually,
intro here.
You know how you're supposed to do it.
Vontae is a musician, singer, rapper, video producer, sometimes TV idol. His debut record, Note to Self, came out in fall 2021. That's
Yes.
I thought it was longer ago. All right.
I know, right?
Now,
Pandemic.
right on time, he's back with the newest project, but it's so secret that literally we're like, I think I know 2 songs off of it, which I only know because I know you, which is pretty good. And so nobody else has heard it except for if they were listening
Just now.
right now. Vontae, welcome to Chip Chat.
Thank you. Second time here.
Yeah,
Second
this is the first time we're in studio,
Yes.
and this has been a really hard interview to manage because we've been trying to make this happen for like a year.
We have.
It's been
And this-
marinating. That's
have.
all.
Well, you
Yeah,
know,
it's marinating.
famous people are hard to get a hold of.
Especially on this shitty show.
Right.
I love this show. Y'all are
He's
hilarious.
swimming it
and
with
shit.
us, which
Yeah,
is nice.
sorry.
We appreciate
Wants
it.
to hang out with us on Thursdays.
All right. So tell us about Contagious. What's going on with this?
Okay, so Contagious, I dropped that in 2019.
Yes.
I think
This is the thing.
yeah,
right?
we talked about this
like
a while
endlessly.
ago. Right.
Yes.
So
I think that was when you were first on, right?
Yeah,
and we had you on
Contagious.
for that one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I posted Contagious on Twitter, and you know how Twitter is. When you post something, stuff just blows up. So J.
It
Cole,
happens to us all the time.
J. Cole made a tweet about something that Trump said, I think, or something that was happening with like politics, racism, stuff like that. And I just commented under it, you know, just trying to get some views and stuff. So I commented and I was like, yeah, that's exactly what I thought. And I
And
said,
here's
check
the
out my
song I wrote
song
about
right
it.
here. And so
Yeah.
everybody just started blowing it up. And I think right now it has like 50-something thousand views on it. So
Dope shit.
Pretty
for
good.
me, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
It's probably
pretty
the
good
most
for
streamed
us.
song that I have. So
Shit.
I've had a
Yeah.
few tweets that hit
Yeah,
the
you do.
250,000 mark.
250,000?
that's impressive.
That's before you got kicked off.
That was on my old
Oh,
Twitter
they
before
tweeted-
Ted
they-
Cruz.
they
took
knocked me off too.
Yeah, Ted
Yeah.
Cruz took my Twitter away.
Yeah, I cussed Trump out and damn, what's her name? The girl that's on Fox News.
That's a long list.
And
Is she blonde?
Yes, yes.
I narrowed it down.
What's her name?
McEnany? I don't know.
Ingram?
No,
Who else? I mean,
she's
could
always
be
the one
literally-
that she's like this, and you wonder
I don't-
why
I don't-
Democrats.
Kayleigh McEnany is the one I know.
If you
but
say
I
her
don't-
name, I can remember her. But I tweeted her too, and yeah,
Doesn't
they shut my.
You know,
Twitter
Ted
down.
Cruz got me thrown off for wishing him well against polio, and now
Come on,
it
friend.
turns out like what? I wish him well. No, I want Ted Cruz to survive polio. I
He
want
did.
him to. No, he hasn't contracted it yet.
Oh, he had.
Oh,
Wait, he had. I thought he survived it once.
No, Mitch McConnell.
Oh, sorry.
But
Sorry.
Ted Cruz doesn't
I'm
want people to
confusing
get
my white folks.
vaccinated. Yeah, they all look alike,
Oh, right, I'm sorry about that.
except he's Cuban
and
and Canadian.
He is Cuban and Canadian.
He's one of yours.
No, he's
Okay, but
some
But
come
like-
from Spain and some come from Africa.
just saying. All right,
Right.
so Contagious like went nuts,
it did.
and you had to deal with. Did you have any like fallout? Did you get attacked or anything for that? What? No, I know the right wing is like, you know,
That's
he's
I
a young
did,
black
like,
man. They
I
probably
you went
went
after a white woman.
yeah.
If
If
you
you
look-
something, I don't know what. But
If
it's
we
gonna
go,
be
I
something.
wish we could pull up the comments on YouTube and just like.
No, we
scroll
don't want to
through.
do that. Never read the
We're a
comments.
family. We're a family show.
Yeah.
We don't
Fuck
sound like
that.
it,
We're
but we
a
are.
family
Right.
show.
Right, right.
Brian, clip that one. All right.
I love that. Fuck that. We're a family show.
Yeah.
That needs to go on our mug.
We'll add it to it.
Yeah, there's no room on
It's
that
just
mug.
a poster at this point.
Put it in quotes.
Okay, so you've got this new record, this whole new album. It's not just one song.
It's
It's an EP.
It's an EP.
Okay.
Right.
Which for people who remember, we used
Sure.
to have singles, these are 45.
Right?
And we had EPs that's extended
Extended
play.
play.
And we had LPs,
Ps.
which is, the big 12-inch,
Yep.
yeah. Okay. Just to be, it's all,
For you elders.
Yes.
shut up. Fucking kids in your tapes.
Yeah, right. Exactly. That's exactly it. Exactly. My cassette tape.
Yeah.
Woo!
Finals.
All right. So tell us about this new record.
So I can't even think. I've been drinking, y'all.
Yeah, hop slam.
And
Yes, I told you. That hop slam. You see me?
Yeah.
I've been sweating for an hour.
Yeah,
It's
well,
nice though. It's nice.
It's good stuff.
So the EP is an extension from Note to Self. So Note
Right.
to Self I released in 2021.
But that was like a standalone, just one song.
That was a project.
Yeah.
Note to Self was a whole project. So I figured, since I paid like $500 for this fucking beat,
You should do
I'm gonna
something
promote
with
the
it.
fuck out of this song until it does something.
Right.
So,
Hell yes.
yeah, so
Yeah.
I decided, okay, on God, I'm gonna put it into an EP, and I'm gonna put different versions of the EP songs on the EP. So I have that version that I performed, the radio version, obviously, and remix, and then there's an acoustic version.
I saw the
yeah.
like behind the scenes making of the acoustic version with
Yeah.
the guitar and all
Yeah.
that stuff. But I didn't hear the actual song because
Yeah.
it's not available yet.
Not yet.
But I really want to.
Tonight
'cause
at
I think
midnight.
it's gonna,
At
yeah,
midnight.
at
We
midnight.
can play. We can play it if you want.
Well, we'll let's let the people.
Okay.
They
Go
got to
listen
soak
to
in
it.
it, and,
Go
and
listen
then
to
they'll,
it.
they'll
Right.
get it. Don't worry. Okay, so clearly politics has influenced your music,
Yes.
but I don't know if you started out as a political artist.
I haven't.
So what changed? What happened that we're political people?
Right.
What brought you
And I
into
love it.
the politics sphere with your music?
I think back in 2019, 2018, up until like kind of now, where so much shit has been going on at the same time, it's like that's all we've been seeing. So I've just been, everything has been like,
It's
I've been
hard to ignore
soaking it all in, watching it on TV, and it's like, as an artist, that's what we do. We talk about things that happen to us, whether it's relationships, politics, whether it's, what I'm saying, like our clothes. Like,
Could you date a Republican? It's like an
I think
existential question.
I think if I didn't know that they were a Republican and they were kind of like on the fence, like, oh, okay.
You
like,
think you could convert a Republican?
probably not.
No, I did.
We're at a bad. That question.
Probably
I know it's a
I gotta
weird
give you,
tribal.
I have to
like,
give you shit about that
Yeah,
question.
okay.
Because there's problems with that. And
Right.
how you-
It shouldn't
because
be
it
this way.
shouldn't be that way.
It
We're talking about
shouldn't
them
be
like they're animals.
Right.
But-
They talk about us like we're animals.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
It
Right.
should not be this way. It's
It
factionalism.
shouldn't be. It shouldn't be this. There shouldn't be this great divide here. But we're talking about like the differences between us might be sort of marginal at best.
They are more than likely.
Like I want cheese on my burger, and maybe you want relish or whatever. Like it's
you want a
kinda like-
burger.
yeah,
Right.
like but
It's
we
simple,
all want
but
a
you're
burger.
Right.
But now we're talking about a good chunk of the country that just doesn't want this country to be this country.
Fair.
They want to be something entirely different.
Right.
So it's not like we're at the marginal differences here.
But
We're
is
not-
it really that different? Because do they want it to be different, or do they want it to be like how it was before?
No, they want it to be how it was before, but
Right.
that's not what it's stated on paper. That's
Right.
like the great achievement of the United States is that I'm gonna quote Lin-Manuel, we wrote our way out of this. We literally wrote a document and a
That has
creed.
continuously evolved over the years. I
But
agree with that.
That if we can stick to, we will pull ourselves out of the darkness that we started at. And then we will eventually rise to become what our founding fathers wrote down on that paper so many years ago. We're not there, but we could get there.
I would say, but I would
The
even
question
argue.
is, do you want to?
But I would,
And
but
how?
But
Yeah,
also,
well-
I would argue even there, not to get too far from off the music piece here, but the document wasn't even really like real until
No,
after the rest of the amendments hit on there.
1965.
Right,
really.
exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
So I mean, even there, but I think just even to and this kind of brings me into a question I had around the music: is social media not what kind of turns up the fire, like we were talking about off air, around this tribalism? Because I think that's what it is.
I mean, that's what he's singing.
and I bring that to you because one of the questions I had here was like, and I forgot specifically what song it was, but it was a song where you was like talking about the struggles of social media and what have been your struggles with social media?
Jeez. Social media.
All right.
I
Been
just
thrown
had
in Facebook jail a few times.
So I just had this conversation actually with someone in my close family.
okay.
She's a little bit older. She's in her 40s probably.
Easy now.
And I was
Take it easy.
40s or maybe 50, like close
All
to
right,
like borderline.
all right.
So
So
I was explaining to her how I've been feeling about my music career, about social media, and how those two things are kind of like because part of me wants to just escape from social media because it's a lot of
but
pressure.
it's hard to have a musical career
Right.
without it. Yeah.
So I've been trying to explain that to her. She's like, well, why don't you focus on your 401k? Fuck that 401k. I'm trying to be
Jesus Christ.
a millionaire. I'm trying to
sure, also,
like-
but like, let's focus on the
Yeah.
music here. That's not why you called her, right?
Yeah,
Right.
even though those 401ks over
I mean,
time,
I
20%
mean,
usually is going to go in there and after
Right
like
now-
a certain amount of time. Not right now. It's not looking good,
Right.
but you know what I mean?
but if you're not retiring now,
Yeah,
put
yeah,
all
if you're
your
not retiring
money
now,
in,
let's
it's
go.
all
Yeah.
on sale. Get your
Yeah.
money in your
And
401k.
take,
while the
take
market
financial
goes down.
advice from
Right.
your financial advisors,
Yeah,
not
not
your
from us.
Jesus Christ.
But I would feel better knowing that I at least tried and
Yes.
I pushed to become what I felt like I
Yes,
was.
You should chase your dreams.
Yeah, yeah.
If you have the ability to, you
Right.
should do it.
Right.
So
So the song "Social Media," I talk about basically.
that was the name of the song.
Yeah.
That was the name of the song. Now.
Yeah. Yeah, the chorus is like, social media can pick you up, then knock you down.
Mm.
Such a fucking shame, a bunch of lames, they all around.
Retweet.
Lost all of your innocence the minute you logged in.
Double like.
Cause social media can pick you up, then knock you down.
Damn. Jesus.
So
I can't even auto-tune and get that good.
So, and then
I play piano, and that's like, it can't be out of tune, right? Because it's digital. Mine is. That's amazing.
And let me, before I go into my next question, let me give you some of your flowers on there.
Mhm.
That slowdown at the end of Dreaming,
okay.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Christ. Christ, that was
Being able to pump those brakes and still like keep the breath
Yeah.
control and all that.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
that was
something.
Thank you.
And then even on God, one of my favorite lines on that is quote, "I'm working while niggas sitting up in their room like Brandy." Now, you have to know that specific
You have
song.
to know what the reference
You have
of
to know that
song
reference.
is. Yeah.
And if you had a lot of aunts, you probably watched Waiting to Exhale. You
Right,
might have the
right,
soundtrack.
right.
You might have heard that song. That's are you talking about football over there?
Right.
He looks,
See? That's why you're off this
That's why I'm off
narcotic.
this narcotic. I was like, what is he saying?
Right.
He's just mumbling about football. He's like,
Don't listen to the white man.
But right, but I fuck with that line song because one, that song, I mean, sitting in my room is still anytime it comes on at Trader Joe's, I'm out here like
Right.
bellowing that shit.
Yeah, that's how
and
you
people
know
are looking at me.
old, right?
I know
Because
I'm
it's
old
on-
as shit. Yeah,
it's on
sitting
in
in
the
Trader
grocery
Joe's.
store.
So
Just in there,
yes, yeah, exactly. Sitting up in my zone. Right, exactly. I'm not gonna start with that. But right, and then you floated on nickel and dimes.
Thank you.
God,
Thank you.
sometimes you got to kill your pride because it don't matter how you feel. And
Yeah.
that is the simplest
That's
shit.
a great line.
It's just that is it. It doesn't. It
It's
don't matter.
well encapsulated.
Like, damn, the alarm just went off at 3 a.m. I got to get up and go to work. Well, fuck it. Get up. You got to go.
Shit. All right. Well,
That's
gotta
it. Wait
another.
till you have kids.
Just wait.
Yeah.
Just wait.
But
Be-
for the love of God, wait.
Just
Okay.
wait. Be on your Lindsey
Okay.
Graham. This hop slam has got me insane today. What made you put skits on the last project? Because I feel like we losing that.
Yeah, that used
Well,
to be
that
such
used
a
to
like
be a
critical
thing.
part of hip hop records, and now it's like kind
And maybe there's a resurgence of that. Maybe a
Yeah.
little bit. I've heard more
of like
albums.
the Fugees being racist with the Chinese restaurant on the score, which is it's a great little skip, but it's like it's not great. It's not great.
It's got big. What's that? It's got big Lady in the Tramp.
Yeah, it's-
Lady in the Tramp. What's that joint with the Siamese cats? Yeah, it's got
Not
that
good.
Siamese cat.
I mean, okay.
I'm not
It was
even
the
gonna do it.
90s.
It was the 90s.
Come on.
I mean, I love interludes. I feel like interludes is what kind of like glues the album together.
It does.
Yes, it does.
Especially if the songs mean more to you with something. So in one of the interludes, before Nickels and Dimes, it's me and my cousin going to McDonald's.
Yes.
And a lot of people ask me, they're like, was that real or was that like just something that you
Did
created?
you stage that or
So
I'm sure y'all went to McDonald's before.
I record everything like from
so you got to get
like
those,
everything.
right?
I like try to document. I have so much like
Wait, are you
film
recording
and
us
stuff.
right now?
So your voice
No, not
memos
right
is
now.
off.
Are you
chain.
recording us right
I
now?
have
Your voice memos are
I
insane.
have voice memos that's like even with my aunt when I posted a cover to the Temptations a Silent Night and she called me, I saved that and I posted it online. Like I just like saving stuff. But I think that interlude
Are you the friend that has where all the dead bodies are buried? Like if you like with all the shit recorded and everything.
like you shouldn't have recorded that.
Yeah, exactly right. Because I bring up shit sometimes and people are like, why do you have that?
Right.
Sorry.
So me and my cousin we were going to McDonald's and she's very like funny. Shout out to Tia. So she's very funny and we were going to the drive-thru and I already knew it was going to be an issue because when we put the order in, she was like, "What did she say?" you know, McDonald's, the price is going up and stuff. And she's somebody that goes there frequently. So she's like, I know what these prices are supposed to be. I ordered the same thing. So we get to the window and she's like, how much is that? $7. She's like, $7 for those 3 little things. She's like, not paying for that.
Price.
So I included that in the nickels
Let's
and
go,
dimes.
Brandon.
Yeah, I included that.
No, I really respected the skits on that because it's just, I mean, again, to your point there, it's what kind of
old
ties.
school too,
It's
though.
old school, and but it tied the album together. So
Yeah.
It's like one of my favorite parts on one of the Jurassic 5 records where like it's these voicemail messages
just random.
from Soup's parents, and like his dad is like, yeah, I like my son. He can do a lot of stuff. He can sing. He don't just rap, but he can sing and do all this. And then they cut over to and it's his mom's like, why don't you go get you a job out there rapping with your friends? Get you a job. You know,
401k,
yeah,
damn it.
yeah.
Get your 401k.
Yeah.
Go get your money. Your 9
All
to
right.
5.
So, what are some of your musical goals currently?
Good question.
I want to be self-sufficient in music. I want to be able to have like a big ass warehouse where I can create content, film videos. So if we ever go into this situation again, like a pandemic, I have a big space like a Tyler Perry studio.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
where
is
I
this
can
a Tyler
go
Perry
in.
thing? Do people have to sign some sort of weird contract though to work there? Is
Yeah.
that okay?
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
sign the contract.
There
for
might-
us. I don't know how to do
there
this. He
might
can read.
Be bodies.
Okay.
And it's like, no, I'm
This
just
is live radio.
I'm just
Nobody's
playing.
listening. It's fine.
Just exactly.
I'm just playing. But yeah. I want to be able to be self-sufficient and just like go on tour, make money, and then constantly be having money just come in. Like it's not all about money to me, but at the same time, it is. It's like
That's what
We should
fuels
get
the
paid
art.
for your work,
Yeah,
right?
you just
Right.
dope
You're
ass shit. You should get paid
creating
for.
Right.
for you're creating
Right.
to create,
Right.
but you should get something for it.
right. And I want to be able to have this. Even if this isn't the first thing that pops off and takes off, I want something that constantly brings me money so I can start doing other things and start helping other people. And then also just to be a light for other people to say, well, damn,
Create
he came from the
jobs.
same place
Mm.
that I came from, so I can do the
a
same
good
thing.
goal.
You know, we should get this job creator a tax cut.
Yeah,
I hear
I
that.
agree.
I hear that some people are into that.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot of folks are into that shit. What's your, where do you find, or what location, or just when you need to write and create a song, where do you find like you're most conducive? Like what's the best place
Good
that you
question.
put together music or write music?
I honestly have to set a mood sometimes. Sometimes when I'm in the car, for some reason, when I'm doing something that I have to focus on, that's when I'm most creative. Like when I have to get up and go to work, songs just come.
Because you don't want to go to work, you want to make
No,
songs.
because it's the same
It's just
part of your
weird.
brain.
That's weird.
The productive. No, that's not that weird. That happens to a lot of people. I know it happens to me, and it happens to a lot of. Like I write better stuff, or I write good jokes when like my mind is otherwise engaged.
Right,
Because the creative part of your mind that gets applied to your work
right.
is turned on.
Mm.
Okay,
And so then it starts firing all the stuff.
that makes sense.
And
No
it's,
matter
now
what.
it's-
That's
no
that's
matter
important.
what. So it's like, hey, I got an idea,
Right.
and then it just pops out.
Right.
Of your, yeah,
That's crazy.
it's got to be.
Because even if someone calls me and say, "Hey, can you come over and do such and such?" I'm on my way out the door. It's like, damn, I want to record something. Like something's popping up.
Yes.
It's like every time I have something to do.
Do you sleep with a
music-
notepad by your?
I brought my laptop with me.
Yeah. So like,
So
do you
everywhere
dream
I
song
go,
lyrics?
Yeah, I put it in. I have so many voice memos. Every
We
song.
don't write on paper anymore, friend.
Okay, shut
Yeah,
up.
voice
Come on,
memos,
that shit's
everything.
Yeah, but
Everything.
some of us wake up and.
But I
"That's a really
do.
good idea,"
I do
and
have.
write it down.
I do write stuff down. Yeah,
Yeah,
sometimes.
I
yeah.
wake up. I dream about things that I need to get done that I don't even know I need to do,
Wow.
and then I wake up and I write it down,
Right.
and I go right back to sleep.
Right.
I got chicken scratch handwriting, so it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
mine is too. And I wake up the next morning, like, what the hell is
Legible.
this?
right. Right.
This
But I
is-
still get it.
I pictured stick figures have been working for me better.
Do you have some other questions, or are we ready to play Florida or not?
Let's play Florida or not.
Okay. Now it's time to play Florida or not. Now the way this
Uh-oh.
game
Florida
works,
or
if you
not.
don't remember, is we're gonna read you a story with the locational details removed.
I have
You
not
have
read
to
this story either. so I'm gonna play
Determine
Okay.
whether this did in fact happen in Florida or not in Florida.
Okay.
It seems pretty easy.
I'm ready.
Okay, so he says, a nursing home was forced to apologize for hiring a stripper to perform for senior citizens in wheelchairs. The veterans
Oh,
home.
this is the story?
The
I
veterans
heard
home,
this about this.
a state-run facility for retired Army personnel, paid the adult
Close your eyes,
entertainer
Zoe.
for a steamy show to celebrate a festival. A video of the raunchy performance, which took place last Thursday, was filmed by an attendee before it was posted on social media and quickly went viral. The kinky clip shows the masked up erotic dancer clad in lacy lingerie giving one elderly
Grandma
man a
said-
lap dance and thrusting her breasts into his face. The man does not appear to mind, however,
He's in
and
mid-stroke
can
right
be
now.
seen squeezing the woman's
What type of
assets
stroke?
as she enthusiastically rides her body. Other nursing home residents clapped along enthusiastically, seeming to relish the raunchy show. But the senior care facility was hit with backlash and subsequently released a statement saying, quote, "The intention of the event was to entertain residents and make them happy. We are very sorry for the offense that was caused." All right.
I'm weak.
Where did this happen? Did this happen in Florida or not in Florida?
Well, you know what? They actually called me and asked me to.
Did they ask you to perform there?
If they could use On God for that
Yeah,
performance.
of course.
Those people need it.
definitely
Yeah.
was from Florida.
It was definitely all right. What do you think?
I say Florida.
The only reason I'm not is because I just watched that video.
You seen the video?
That video was.
And that video, unfortunately, has not one single white person in it.
No, probably not.
Not. And unfortunately, as I do know, Florida has many white people
That's
in it.
true. They voted for Trump.
Damn.
That's true.
So
All
I'm
right,
gonna
so you're
go.
going with not?
I'm going with not.
All right, and you're going with yeah?
Florida. I'm going. Yeah.
All right.
I think it's Florida.
You want to know the answer? Taiwan.
Whoa.
Yes.
The Chinese
That's
are hitting
probably why
the
we didn't
Chinese
see
are hitting
any.
the shores real quick now.
Chiang Kai-shek's nationalist Taiwan.
They was getting down.
Sheesh. No,
Yeah.
can we get that one man's face? I don't know if you
Yeah.
can get. Please, just
I don't know.
you,
if
know,
Brian
you
can
didn't see
put
it because
that
you
up.
weren't watching.
No, I
You
wasn't
can't
watching.
see it
It's
here.
not on
There's
there.
this one guy. You know the face I'm talking
He's
about.
enjoying himself.
No, it's I don't know what he's doing.
Or
He's just
not
like
enjoying himself.
he's close
have
to
been.
one type of stroke.
Okay.
I don't know which one. I don't know which one. Hold on. Bring this video back up. Not
All
that.
right.
Not that's a little suggestive. That's blurred out.
I like that it's blurred
I
out.
love this. I love that
it's-
this is on Now This News.
Oh, look.
Oh, hold on.
Where's
Wait,
it?
wait,
No.
but you're gonna see this.
Yeah.
But he does it twice, I think. You see
The
him?
guy is
It's
loving
real lecherous. It's real
A
lecherous.
nursing home apologized. So
Yeah.
why would the nursing home apologize?
because this
To the
video
public?
leaked.
Oh, to the
Yeah,
public.
the video leaked.
Oh, this is supposed to be pride.
So someone had their flip phone
Hold
out.
on. Let's keep watching. Hold on. Let's
I
get
don't
close.
know why anybody thinks anything isn't
Keep
on
watching.
video.
Here it comes. It's coming
She-
soon.
She kind of looked like she belonged there.
Yeah.
There he
The way
is.
she did.
Yeah,
He was
look
like,
at that guy.
he was
Yo,
like,
your man was like, "Hey,
Yo, first of all, why
yo,
you have added years on those folks' lives?
Yeah.
I hope so."
at least
On-
10.
At least 10, and like probably 2 died from. Yeah.
They might outlive me.
I don't know. It seems like it's going to be a little hard to make it through the rest of the week.
Jesus Christ. I thought that was Japan, to be honest, man. But
I mean, it could have been.
could have been.
Who knows?
Age, all these,
This is
not
not-
trying to get like that,
No,
but like
but-
aging populations.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was. You
Right,
know,
that's fair, but also like old men are old men. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter what country they're in;
they're bad.
they're bad.
Yeah.
The first time I ever played golf, like with like a bunch of old men, I was like,
Oh
this
my
is
god!
insane.
Yeah,
I was like, the card girl is like 14.
yeah.
Why are you saying
They
those
don't even
things?
care. What's gonna happen to them?
Jesus Christ!
You have to quit your job. I'm already
Right.
retired.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, they have nothing to lose.
Like
All
I
right.
said, don't bet against Patrick Mahomes. I'm giving a football update right now because at what was the score at one point,
It was
Brian? I
10
feel
to
like
7 when we started.
17-7.
Yeah.
It is now 24-17.
All right. So,
Hmm.
Vontae, where can everybody get your music and stuff? Because it drops in like an hour. Everywhere. Well, okay, but tell them
Spotify.
where. Follow you on all this stuff.
Yes, please follow me on Spotify, Apple Music. And I just set up something with Amazon Music. So if you say Alexa, play the latest song by Vontae,
Bet. There
Alexa,
we go.
they will give you like this little special intro that I
Nice.
recorded for Amazon Music before the album. before the EP and the song plays.
Look at
So-
them getting your Alexa skills in there right
And you
there. I
got
love it. There it
Tidal
is.
and all the other
Yes,
stuff too,
on
right?
Tidal, everywhere. Yes,
Everywhere.
and my website, theofficialvontae.com.
That's where we
I'm
want
dropping
people-
merch the same day. And I'm also dropping the acoustic live performance as well.
Can't wait to tune in. And
Yes.
they can follow you on the socials, the
Yes,
Twitters,
the
and all that
official
stuff.
Vontae on
That's
Instagram.
on everything.
Yes, just put
There we
in
go. We got it
Vontae.
right
Just
there.
put Vontae in on Google. Just
You
Google
can find
me.
that shit.
You just
Google
go-
me.
No, he's Google. I mean, you can just find him. He's got a Wikipedia page and everything.
No, as you should.
I'm trying to move.
Dope
I'm
ass,
trying to get this thing going.
dope ass music. It's
Thank you.
real
It's
dope
good
ass
stuff.
music.
All
It's
right,
really
do
dope.
we have a track to play for the
I would
break?
hope
Brian?
so.
Yeah. Well, can we get one of the new ones? Can we sneak in one?
He's
of
like,
these
yeah, he
ones?
ain't saying that.
No, he didn't send us that.
Just play on God.
Pull,
Yeah, right.
pull on
Give-
God, the one that we had, the backing track, and then we can, I mean,
We're an
it's
organized
cool,
show
right?
here, so no one. Yeah, we're an
No,
organized
it's a good
show
beat,
here.
man. I mean, it's
All
cool.
right.
That's
Okay.
I paid $500 for
It's
that
a-
fucking beat. Go listen to
Play
it.
that shit. Play it now.
All right, let's play that
Shit.
beat. You're listening to $500 beat here on
Yes.
Rip Radio Network.
Sweeps.
Oh God. Where do I begin? So far, feel like I'm Pluto. Just like you, bro. Taking it so next beat. You still neglect me. I put you in the past. You got it bad. Oh God. 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 Hear it coming, feel the rain. Niggas like people. Hey. Thinking they know me. Till it's gone. Hey, what's wrong? You need some friends that's gonna pray for you. You need that kind of love that's gonna be there all day for you. You gotta separate the real from the fake. With your friends to your family and everyone you date. Shit, you heading back, you need some kind of healing. Stay off of social media, telling your business. Hey, perfection in your make sure who you are. Oh God, and that relationships make you give up on love. Oh God, not to your face, now ain't nobody you can trust. Oh God, I still be going through shit that's fucking with my mental. Oh God, I miss the days when everything used to be simple. Oh God, I gotta pray and try to get rid of these sins. Oh God, I had to cut some ties to get rid of some friends. Oh God, it makes you perfect. I'm just working every day, trying to make it through the storm. Hear it coming, feel the rain.
Oh,
All right, welcome back to Chip Chat here on Rip Radio Network. I am your host, Chip. With me is Tez.
what's poppin', y'all?
And hanging out with us is Vontae.
Oh God.
That was
Hey, there we
his,
go.
his song
We'll
on
make-
God.
Say it every day. We're gonna run that the
As
rest
a
of the night.
Damn good song. All right, so now we've come to the third half of the show, which this week is going to be all Tez talk. Now,
Yes.
look at these
dead ass birds.
I want to be clear.
That shit is
They-
always insane.
We're within 7 minutes of the time mark, and I purposely wrote 1/3 less show than I
We
usually
could do it. We could do it. All right.
No, we're not going to do that
Oh God.
because we want to explore these things in depth and get them right.
Fair.
Okay, and we got to talk about beavers. Yeah, it's a real thing.
Lindsey Graham doesn't like beavers.
No, he doesn't. But especially not the ones that solve climate change.
Oh hell
Ah,
no!
look at that
Yes.
turn. Lindsey Graham doesn't want to talk about beavers after the 15th week.
Damn those
No.
beavers!
All right,
No.
you look. Don't feel constrained. You can chime as much as you want.
Yes, yes,
All right, we want to talk about Twitter.
yeah.
Now I know how to do the Twitter.
Some birds will singing.
As a matter of fact, I think we're friends because of Twitter. Or no, RBI.
RBI is the reason.
But then we're even better friends because of Twitter.
yeah. Yes.
Okay. But I don't really know why Twitter sucks. I know it does sucks, but I don't understand in big boy words why Twitter sucks. Which is why we have Tez, who speaks all of these things because he's a techno genius.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Okay.
From TED Talk to Tech Talk.
So there was this thing that happened where some whistleblower
And testified before Congress. This week,
named Mudge. His name is Mudge, which I thought was
His
the
name
lead
is
of this
Peter.
story. No, it's Mudge.
I've never
It
seen
says
Peter
right
spelled
there,
like that before.
Mudge.
Where is that from? Where in the world Peter
Eastern
spelled like
Europe.
Eastern Europe? Okay,
Yeah,
that's what I was saying.
Yeah. So it's Mudge. So
he's
Mudge.
he's not Black Pete.
No, Mudge. That's Pookie. Sorry. So Mudge went to go testify in front of the Senate for whatever reason. You know, the people who really understand technology.
Oh, all the octogenarians.
Yes. So remember when Ted Stevens said the internet was a series of tubes?
Tubes, yes.
He wasn't wrong.
No, he was. I mean, he obviously watched too much Odd Squad.
Yeah, but
That's what he was, obviously.
it's good, right?
Duh.
Socialist public
Canada.
broadcasting. Yeah. It's a CBC and PBS. It's
It
all the
is.
things.
And Fred Rogers.
Right.
But their Congress likes him. But they did.
They used
Used to.
Okay. So Mudge,
You won your money.
Mudge went to these guys and was like, yo, Twitter is insecure. And they're all like, well, tell
What
it
does
to
that
feel
mean?
better about
Right.
itself and, you know, take it to brunch or whatever.
Right.
And they're like, no, not that kind of what? That's
Yeah,
how
that's
that's
funny.
what you do, right? All right. So explain to us in what way Twitter is insecure and what Mudge was getting on all about.
Well, Mudge's big issue, similar to the person who's trying to buy Twitter, Elon Musk.
Yeah.
He has an issue with the hackers, right? And he from how I read his story, he feels that the brass at Twitter understands that there's an issue of hackers. We all do if you're on Twitter, because it's
Right.
not the same as it was in 2009.
I get a million new
it's not.
followers a week that are like people with no followers and like 4
Bots.
pictures and there's nothing to them. So
And they
I
have
just-
like 7 numerals appended to
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
the
Just ignore
letters
them.
that are on it. So you ignore them, right? And he was describing how like the executive team at Twitter is incentivized to ignore the root problems. And one of the ones that was mentioned, such as employees having too much access to data, and that the company wasn't tracking any data access. And he said he claimed it was impossible for the company to respond to critical national security risks, including access gained by potential foreign agents on its payroll.
So somebody could
So
pay-
someone's in, yeah.
somebody could be working there and be working, say, for the KGB or whatever,
easy.
and be given personal information off to the Russians. And not only can Twitter not respond to it quickly, but like they don't even want to respond to it. Is that what he's saying?
Basically. And
Why don't they want it? I mean, like, wouldn't it cost them shareholder value or something like that?
well, no, you got to think though. Let's just
they
say,
haven't even made a profit ever.
but
have
let's
they?
just have not. Let's just say that the Russian troll farm, who they're allegedly someone in Twitter is allegedly, let's make sure we cover our fucking bases here. Allegedly is in cahoots with someone in Russia, right?
Okay.
But let's say the person in Russia tweets something like,
I love Beyonce, and it gets real popular.
and it gets real popular, right?
And all it gets a lot of likes, a lot of
And as you
retweets.
notice on Twitter now, there are like any tweets that are
You can
popping, it's a promoted tweet
Promoted,
underneath
right.
it. And
Yeah,
there's
right.
already ads and stuff that are going under these tweets.
Right.
And you got to realize the way that any of these social media companies make money is off engagement.
Right.
So you never want.
I actually got paid. I actually got
Fast
paid.
lad.
I only actually
We don't
got
even
paid
need the
close
fast
to
lad.
$200 from Facebook just by constantly posting. I got paid like $230
Just from posting your own
just from
stuff.
posting just shit that people engage with. And
all
and-
those like videos of people
bonuses.
plowing their
Yeah.
fields or whatever.
Yeah.
So why again? Why does that
I do
happen?
like those videos though.
Oh wait.
No, that's
That-
the one that got hacked.
Yeah, I was about to say,
But I'm
I-
saying like
I ain't do that
Yeah,
shit.
they did that shit so they can
I
make money
know,
off
but
of me.
the people who like these videos are like people manufacturing stuff
Yeah.
or whatever. I love those. I
That
watch
is-
them forever.
That is such your brain
Yeah,
like shit.
block that
It's so much fun.
right.
I love how it's made.
People are
like,
making fucking widgets and you're fucking
yeah,
losing their
I'm
fucking
glued
mind.
to it.
Right, but again, what is the way these companies make money is by engagement and keeping
Getting me glued to
motherfuckers
stuff.
keeping
your
motherfuckers like
phone.
you on the platform.
Right.
We don't need you leaving it. We don't
Right.
need you going anywhere. We want you to stay on the platform.
And then I
'Cause
buy
this is how you
stuff
can
off
sell-
of those ads.
Jesus
I mean,
Christ,
you know, I'm
you are a
guilty.
sheep.
Can I interject?
Yeah, please.
So I did this little study thing with all the social media apps. So I've learned that if I post something and immediately get off, don't comment, don't do anything, just close out the app, I'll come back to my phone and I'll have like hundreds of notifications. For some reason, I think they assume that you have your notifications on, so they push it to more people to get you
To
back
try
on
to
the
get
phone.
you to go back to it.
I would
I totally buy that.
completely buy that.
So when I post my stuff, I post it and I won't come back until the end of the
Because
day.
they want you to
We
tap
don't go
that button
back
and
to
go
it.
back on.
We don't
Right.
go back to it because we have an app that posts for us.
Yeah,
It's called Bryant.
nice.
Yeah.
This is me checking my credit score.
Okay.
But,
It doesn't work that way. I wish
it
it
doesn't
did.
work. I just keep checking. I'm always
I've
looking
got
at
a
that stuff.
6 now.
Damn.
Doing really good.
Yikes.
6.
6.
Jesus
I
Christ.
don't know if that's good.
You don't know if that's good at
A
all.
single digit.
Right. The quote that our man Mudge said, "It doesn't matter who has the keys if you don't have any locks on the doors." He said, quote, "It's not far-fetched to say an employee inside the company could take over the accounts of all the senators in this room."
That's pretty terrifying.
Christ.
Whoa. Mudge, cool it, buddy.
That's a wild ass claim to make because
Yeah, plus it just gave all of those people the idea to do that.
it also, I mean, I do take this
Wait a minute.
in a certain way.
Can I pause for a second?
Yes.
Can we get the people who run the Wendy's Twitter to take over all of the
Yo,
senators?
Whoa,
Because
They
that's
are hilarious.
fantastic
Yeah,
stuff.
those
They're
guys.
hilarious.
Yeah, and senators are boring.
Yes,
we should
they
get
are.
Wendy's to run the Senate.
I think that is a hell of an accusation to make, which I wouldn't say isn't true.
Mr. President, I'll take a single biggie size. There you go.
5 for
Got the
5.
biggie bag.
Yeah.
Wait, was that you singing?
You can go to
That sounded
Wendy's.
very close to that. That sounded very close to the
Can we
guy
get a
that said-
harmony on that?
I know you do that a lot, thousand times. better than me.
Can we stipulate that you can go to the Wendy's drive-thru and not get arrested by the FBI? That's a Hardee's problem,
No.
not a Wendy's problem.
That's
Okay.
there we go.
Moving on.
But again, moving through this, a few things here. The federal government needs to do a couple of things around. These are utilities at this point. Regulate these
They
motherfuckers.
need to be.
Regulate these motherfuckers. Because again, as we were talking about earlier in the show, I do think if you're able to tone down some of the shit that's on these social medias, and they like to say this shit is a town square. It's not a
It's
fucking
not a
town
town
square.
square.
It's
It's
a
a very-
coliseum. It's
yeah.
a coliseum where
But
people
it's
come for
also
combat.
very heavily manipulated by people who seek that kind of violence.
They attack the
They-
hell out of you on Twitter.
Yeah, but they want that.
And that's the
Twitter
engagement.
wants
Twitter
that
wants
violence.
that. Because
Right.
also, too, they bet on the American public that what we like most, obviously, is violence in
Right.
whatever form
Right.
it is.
Bread and circus.
In whatever fucking form it is. Like I told you off air, I want to make an app called Nuance.
Yes.
We have nuanced opinions, and nuance is what drives the engagement.
I would
here.
love this app.
And he's already copyrighted, so don't even
There
try
you
to
go.
steal
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Don't
Pat
even try
Penton,
to
this shit
steal
is
it.
too original.
Don't even steal
Don't
it.
even steal that shit. That's just no one's gonna steal it because no one wants nuance. I'm the only
Nobody
person who wants
listens
it.
to this show. Don't worry.
Right, the federal government. No one does listen to the show. The federal government needs to do a few things here. I mean, one, there needs to be privacy laws that need federal
Europe's got
privacy
this
laws.
figured out.
What is it? GDPR is
Yeah.
It's not perfect, but it's something. And then you need just to regulate these companies. You need to regulate them. I mean, and I get it's difficult in this free market and free enterprise and shit, but
And free speech.
and free speech as well too.
Mhm.
But free speech is the government.
Right. So if the government regulated Twitter and said you couldn't say, lie and post, violent rhetoric that would inspire people to say, I don't know, overthrow the government.
Right.
Is that not yelling fire?
In
Is
my
it?
opinion, it is. But there's legitimate argument there.
Here's the tricky one that's going to come down even further.
Watch
though.
till they try to prohibit me from posting a video of a flag burning or whatever.
I think
like,
the tricky one is even get closer when they start coming for free speech with the written code. I heard that over the last because
Ooh,
that's going to be
yeah.
the tricky one.
is
When the code
protected speech
is code protected speech, I think that'll be a tricky one that you
You
see.
mean like
code
if you
allows
use
the
certain
actual-
words?
Oh no,
no,
the
actual
the
programming.
code, the programming language, because
Oh,
it's
okay.
a language,
Right.
and that is the one that.
So if you write a language that allows people to shout fire in a crowded theater, is that the same as facilitating somebody to shout fire and would therefore
And
not
we're-
be protected
and we're
speech?
dealing with motherfuckers who are 70 plus at best, and they're going to be the ones that write
and
these
they don't
laws.
understand how any of this works.
Exactly. They think the
I don't
FaceTime is the
understand any of
Facebook, and
this
the Facebook is the FaceTime,
Yeah.
and the Tick Twitter, and the Talk tweets, and it's insane. So, I mean,
No, they like Telegram though.
they do
They're
like
do.
very,
They
they're
do.
very familiar
They
with
do.
that. It goes
I
dot
just
dot
learned
dot
about that.
dash dash dash.
Shut the fuck up. That's insane. He's an insane man that you went for that joke. That
That was brilliant.
yeah.
I should get something for that. I don't get a belt.
I'll give you a
Thank
bell
you.
on that one.
Come on.
Wait, this
Oh.
bell says show.
Don't no.
Tyler, just look, it's misogynist.
Yeah, we don't support that.
But you know what? Something.
I mean, or we do support it if you want to do that.
Yeah,
That's fine.
like, whatever.
We don't object. People should do what they want.
Do what you want. Do
Yeah.
whatever makes you feel good.
within reason.
Within
it doesn't
reason,
hurt
exactly.
anybody else.
Right. I guess at the end of this here, like these again, I look at these tech companies as the railroad barons of the end of the 19th century.
Yes, this is the same
Same
problem.
shit. Same
is
shit.
that we've got things
Too
that
much-
are too big, that they've permeated our lives in such a way that we literally can't escape from under them, and we need some sort of Teddy Roosevelt figure to come along and smash them and put them into some sort of manageable boxes.
Isn't that what he did in Cuba?
Yeah, he did. The Rough Riders. No, it was Puerto Rico.
No, he did in Cuba too.
Yeah, with both.
Now imagine if the wrong person was able to
He
purchase
loses
Twitter
every race though, so
and
it's fine.
control what people say and how they
Listen,
say certain
we're
things.
very close to that happening.
No, he doesn't want it.
Now, let's say
I know.
Trump is like, okay, I want to buy it, and
Well,
I'll
he
give you
doesn't have
like,
any
Deutsche
money.
Bank ain't gonna
And I'll
fund
give
that.
you-
Yeah.
and I'll give you like $100 billion.
He,
I
don't
heard-
have,
I heard-
he doesn't have $20.
The wild story I heard the other day is someone was asking, he owed like $2 million to
Yeah.
some dude. And he went and ruffled around in his desk. Like the dude was pissed and like went to Trump Towers, like executive, whatever, walked down there, drove down there, flew down, or whatever the fuck it is. Right, got down there, went to Trump Towers and was like, yo, I need this fucking money. And Trump was like, I don't have it, ruffled around his desk. He was like, how about this stallion?
Yeah,
dude?
you give him a horse.
He gave him a horse.
He gave
And
him a
said,
horse.
fuck the horse, I want my money. And he
Yeah.
got some of his money.
Yeah, and Trump was like, the horse is worth $5 million.
Mm.
And the guy was like, I don't care. I want money.
Right.
When you know that horse is the same horse that was in,
He's giving that horse to 15 different
it's
people.
the same horse that was in The Godfather.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, part of it was.
Part of it.
All right. This story is called Brian Hates Poor Children as Much as the GOP. Now it's well established on this show that Brian does, in fact, hate poor children.
And loves
Especially-
fair gates.
Especially the ones that ride the metro. But we learned this week, literally to the surprise of nobody, that the pandemic relief that went to poor families with children cut childhood poverty by a lot.
Wow.
Almost as if the actuaries had mapped this out and planned it. And the numbers were even very precise.
I'm so
Fell
glad
to
you put the story in there.
7.8%, down from 9.2% the previous year.
No, not much.
According to,
I'm
like,
just fucking around.
I mean, come on.
That's huge for poverty,
It's
though.
huge.
Yeah.
That's the rate of that
In 1 year.
in 1 year.
Imagine if you did it for 10 years.
Right.
Could you
Imagine.
eradicate
Right.
poverty?
Child poverty, anyway.
Child poverty,
We don't
not
care if
Oh,
grown-ups are, yeah.
That's
In
capitalism. Doesn't work that way.
addition, the share of children in poverty sank to another record low of 5.2% and down 4.5% percentage points from 2020. It dropped almost 5 percentage points in a year. That's unbelievable.
You hear that, Joe Manchin?
That's a lot.
Then this is Joe Manchin's fault that we're not still doing this, because this child tax credit, like, it didn't just help. It's, okay, people don't understand how any of this stuff.
Yes, I was gonna say, go down where you're about to go.
People
how
really
this
don't
works.
understand
Ah, yeah.
how this stuff goes. But like, let's just say that for some miracle we decided to give poor people some money. I know they don't deserve it because
You mean
they're
like a
poor
tax, like a
and
tax
they might be
sort of
brown, but most
We'll
of them
call
are
it
white.
taxes just so people don't call us
Yeah,
socialists.
but they're
Yeah,
mostly
tax.
white, the people who receive this credit, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say you give poor people money. Those poor people with all this ill-begotten money, what are they going to do? They're going to sit on it in their mattresses like all the rest of us rich people. No, they're not, though. They're going to spend the
Right,
money,
Right.
and they're going to spend it in ways that directly help the economy.
I'd grab that.
And we know, because here we've got a year's worth of data, and we've got previous decades worth of data of the earned income tax credit and
Yes.
other such things, where we know
That it
that
helps,
for
right?
every dollar you inject at the low end of the economy, you get $5 back in economic activity. It
And
is
guess
the
who
single
guess who
greatest.
gets rich off that?
All the rich people.
Yeah,
You're gonna
richer.
get rich off of this. So, like, your opportunity to get
Black
rich is
Friday.
by just giving poor people enough money to be not quite so poor.
And for you to get richer at a slower pace.
Yeah, like, y'all, you can have all the money still. You're just gonna get it a little later. But these people will survive like another 10 or 15 years. Some of these children might make it to adulthood, and some of them might invent, I don't know, the next smartphone or whatever.
Right.
Also, too, this is like we talk a lot about Civil War on this. This is how you avert that type of shit.
Of
to be
course
honest,
it
This
is.
I mean, if you invest in social services, again, who's the majority still in this
They've
country?
got no reason to get the pitchforks.
They
That's,
got no
It's
yeah.
lower.
Yeah, exactly. Again, a lot of poor white people gonna be like, "Yo, what?"
well,
Oh, no.
maybe.
I know. I disagree. I do think
No, I
think-
hope in your direction.
But I also get where you're coming from because at the end of the day, they're like,
We've
fuck
had
that
this
money.
experiment.
I want to
We've
be. I'd rather be white.
We've
Right.
done this experiment before, right?
Fuck
we
being
did,
poor. I want to be white.
We did this in the 60s where we
Insane people. They're
we
insane folks.
tried this where we tried to convince the poor white folks that it was to their benefit to do things that were good for all poor people,
Right.
including non-white folks.
Right.
And then Nixon came along and
Said,
told
"Fuck
them
that."
Yeah.
that wouldn't you rather be white and poor
Mhm.
than brown and anything?
Right.
And they were like, yeah,
And that was a few years after he was giving interviews in Ebony magazine.
right. That's
Talking
true.
about if what's the name takes
He's
over if Goldwater takes over the Republican Party, like again, but they
you know
they
your
peeped
boy
the play.
Slick Dick, he was a Quaker.
Yes, they did.
He was a Quaker though.
He was a Quaker, yes. No, but he
Look
saw
at how far we've flipped.
no, but he saw it though. Like after
He
that,
saw his path to victory.
he saw the path to
And he
victory,
didn't care what,
especially with all
what
the
the
unrest
consequence
and
was.
shit that was going on.
Yeah, but the consequence was he fanned the flames of this sort of weird, like, interclass or intra-class racism
yeah.
that should have been directed in an interclass
Right.
direction.
Right.
And then Reagan friggin' took the power
Oh my
bomb that
God.
shit through the. He took it off the
It's like
cage.
Nixon on
Yeah,
steroids.
he took that shit power bomb off the steel cage through the friggin' announcer's booth.
That's why
That's
I'm
a
gonna
wrestling
fly,
thing. You
That's
don't
why I'm
understand
going to fly out of BWI from now on.
There's a Reagan airport.
Yeah, they
Mhm.
tried to name national after that guy.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know where it is
I
either.
fly out of DCA.
That's right. I fly out of
Fucking
national.
Reagan.
No, I'm flying out of Goody Marshall.
Goody Mar.
Want my house?
Well, obviously the terminal is going to be integrated.
It's true.
Yeah.
You can fly Southwest or United. It's all good. I don't know if I've ever told this story on the air, but Thurgood Marshall III bought my childhood home.
For real?
Really?
For real. When I was a little kid, we lived in Arlington and we sold the house. It was in a hot market, so my dad sold it without an agent.
Oh,
So
wow.
we knew who
That's-
bought it.
Right.
So my dad's like, "This is Goody. He's
Little
buying
kid,
the
hot
house."
market. What is this? The mid
It's 87 or whatever.
87?
I wasn't born.
So thank you.
Me either.
So thank you. So my dad's like, "This is Goody."
What
He's-
interest rates like 12% back then?
Yeah, they were. And he goes, "This is Goody. He's
Friends.
buying the house." And I meet him. I'm like, "It's nice to meet you. It's all good to go and whatever." And then years later, I'm playing basketball and one of the kids on my team has our old address. He bought the house. And I'm
Yeah.
talking to him. I'm like, "Hey, you live in our old house?" And he's like, "Yeah, we bought it from Thurgood Marshall III." I was like, "Wait a minute.
That's
Goody.
insane.
Holy shit.
Right.
Goody was Goody Marshall."
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
big.
this close. I'm like not 6 degrees of Kevin
No,
Bacon.
no.
I'm 1 degrees of Thurgood Marshall.
Thurgood
Isn't
Marshall.
that wild?
That is wild. Thurgood
It
Marshall
is.
helped me win my computer award in 3rd grade because I did a great report on him.
Nice.
It's hard to write a bad report about Thurgood Marshall.
Say if I did that as
I
a
mean-
black person, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's pretty.
So that's like some Herschel Walker shit.
Yeah. Oh.
Don't give me any more hop slams. I am on a roll today. Jesus Christ.
This
That shit, mine is done too. Well, actually, that's a little bit.
All right. So Brian's happy that childhood poverty is going back up.
There we go.
It came
because
back.
Brian hates poor children. Let's talk about Patagonia saving the world.
Yo,
You a fan of their clothes?
I switched from North Face to Patagonia a few years ago.
But
Not
who
a
is
few
this?
years ago.
See, I can't afford their stuff, so I just assumed that was like fancy white people stuff.
It is
No.
same like
Yeah.
North Face. It is.
Yeah. Well, I can't afford either
It's
one.
Black folk made it cool.
I get it.
Patagonia, though, black folks ain't got on the Patagonia. They
No.
letting that one in.
No,
Not fuck
that's
with that
like the crunchy Subaru guys.
It is, but look here. I will give you this. If you've
It's good
ever needed
stuff.
to go and get like, let's just say, it's
You
like
need a
just
flannel
after-
shirt that's going to outlive you. Patagonia.
Yeah, even-
where you buy that from? In that place with like the camping place?
Sorry,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's it.
Or
Hey, they should
Casual
have it there.
Adventure or
Okay.
just Patagonia.
Patagonia has their
website.
own store or
Yeah,
Nordstrom.
Yeah.
Or
Nordstrom.
uh,
You want to know why I don't know anything there? Because it's available at Nordstrom.
all right, but
I haven't been in a Nordstrom since I fixed their air conditioning one time.
Damn.
But one thing about Patagonia, if it's, let's just say, a little after President's Day, Chiefs won 27-24. What was the cover on
You
it?
didn't pick that game.
I didn't pick that game. No,
Doesn't matter.
they won.
Way to go. Pat.
Obviously, because the Chiefs won. Don't bet against the Chiefs. But anyways, again, Patagonia
Greatest
is
Irishman on the planet.
It is.
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Talk like Kermit the Frog. He doesn't really talk like Kermit the Frog.
He does.
He does, but it's more raspy because.
All right, way to focus. Let's go
I know.
back to
This house says
Patagonia.
something. But the Patagonia, if you ever need to go and get like 3 wings and fried rice, and like you only got like an A shirt on, formerly known as a wife beater, and you just want to throw on a
called
coat.
an A shirt.
Oh,
It's
AA
literally
shirt.
called an
Excuse me.
A
It is an
shirt,
AA
like the
shirt.
letter
Excuse
A.
me.
A shirt.
Yes.
Yeah. There's an A shirt and a T shirt. Those are all, that's technically in the
But if you
garment
just
industry.
want to put on a jacket and
Yes.
the A shirt,
Yes.
Patagonia is where you want to go.
That's right.
Also,
Okay.
too, they'll fix your shit, and if they can't fix it, they'll just give you a brand new one like
Yeah.
Bose. So it's worth the investment
Would
because
you
you can buy.
swap it out?
Yes,
It's got
you
a
can-
warranty.
Yeah, it's got a
lifetime.
lifetime
Oh,
warranty
shit.
on. So you buy the one
The
coat at
pants,
200
all of
something,
them. Yeah.
but that's the one coat you're buying because you're gonna keep
Right.
going in the motherfucker every 10 years because it lasts that long.
Right.
But the owner of Patagonia,
Uh-oh.
he did something that
I'll
billionaires don't do this
I'll
shit.
give you
Give us-
$6 if you can pronounce his name.
Yeah.
Is
Let's
it
see.
Ivan?
Yvonne, that's the easy
That's the
one.
easy one.
Now the last.
Ivan
Chouinard?
Chouinard.
Chouinard? I don't know.
Shua or Shunard?
Sure.
It sounds
Shoe-
European.
Is it
Does
Shao or
sound, yeah.
Shoe?
You're the one that speaks the languages. You're from the continent.
That is fair. Ivan
Shao.
Nard. We're gonna go with my
Yeah.
man Nard.
Mr.
All right.
Nard.
I'm American, man.
There you
So
go.
we're gonna
That's
call him
right.
Nard. But yeah, him and his wife and his 2 adult children, they transferred their ownership of Patagonia. Do you know where they transferred it to?
Them kids
Uh-oh.
must be fucking mad because I don't know that they got a choice in this.
I don't think they had a choice, but I think
No,
they're
but
still
they
rich.
transferred it to Planet Earth.
Yes.
They
Like-
set up a trust for Planet Earth.
Wind, fire, water, earth.
Yeah, yeah.
That type
By
of-
your powers
by
combined,
your powers
I am
combined.
Patagonia,
Gonia.
and we're $3 billion.
That's how much it's
And-
worth?
And it's still going because
Yes.
it's going to continue to make money for the rest of perpetuity. And all of that money, except for what, $14 million that they had to pay in taxes or something like that, is going to Earth.
Is this a private company or public company?
It's private.
It's a private company. Shit. Because I would say
Can't
sales,
invest in
sales,
it.
I would say
Patagonia
sales
will
might go through the
continue-
roof.
Will continue to operate as a private for-profit corporation based in Ventura, California, selling more than $1 billion worth of jackets, hats, and ski pants each
I'm
year.
buying me some Patagonia
But-
this weekend.
The Chouinards, who
The
control
Nards.
Patagonia, the Nards, until last month, no longer owned the company. In August, the family irrevocably transferred all of the company's voting stock, equivalent to 2% of the overall
insane.
shares.
That's-
Okay, so maybe it is publicly traded.
Ooh, I like it.
Into a newly established entity known as the Patagonia Purpose Trust. So yeah, don't get on your Schwab app right now. And
He's
try to-
gonna buy
He's
some
on- he's
stocks
on it right
and
now.
everything
Uh-huh.
now.
It's like, yeah, he's trying to invest in the earth. Okay.
Hey, that's what it seems like I'm doing if I do
The
that.
important thing here is that like we can buy jackets and save the earth.
I think
Also,
Billy,
they've got a beer.
they do have a beer, which is very
They made
tasty.
with dogfish. We've had it.
It's
A
very
few times.
tasty.
Very good.
Made with what?
It's
Not-
made of a
I was
grain.
like, wait,
No, Dogfish is a brewery.
Yeah, fair.
Dogfish Head is a famous brewery, craft brewery in Delaware. But
Okay.
it's made out of a grain that absorbs more carbon than it uses or whatever. So by drinking the
Interesting.
beer, you're reducing your carbon footprint.
Interesting.
This is insane because,
into
again, this might be the only way. And it's very insane that the private sector is going to be what?
Because
Maybe takes us
government
out.
won't do it.
Well, I don't know. We'll see.
Once again, the triumph of capitalism.
They want money.
Yes.
Fuck the earth.
No, they need the earth to survive.
Well,
so they
that's
can
and,
make
and
more
I think,
money.
and I'm glad you guys brought that up because for there to continue to be billionaires on this planet,
There's got to be humans on this planet.
yes, to
But
exploit.
I thought Trump didn't believe in like the
He's not real. He's just an inflated shit sack. It's not like a real thing.
and I was gonna
if I got him on the show, would you talk to him?
I
Can you
would
imagine
love to.
if he just walked in the door?
I would hate that.
That would be it'd be a like 16-hour-long show.
How's it going?
Which
Hey,
one
yo.
of us would shut up first?
Oh my god! You know the problem is we probably will.
You'd probably like
I
him.
would probably-
You'd get along with him. That's
I was
the-
getting
that's
along
the
with these
bit.
fucking dick weasels.
All right, now we've come to the end of the show because Brian's yelling at us and you hear the music, so that's how that goes.
He's
We
eating
wanna,
food. He's yelling at us. The game is over.
Send a quick shout out to the Beavers,
Yes.
Oregon State, probably, I don't know, but also because it turns out they might save us from climate change. Go check out this video that Vox has on YouTube. You can check it out how beavers might save us from climate change.
Wow.
I shit you not, these little fucking Canadians might save us from everything.
I can't wait to be damned by the Beavers.
God damn it.
Okay.
All right. So we want to say thanks to Vontae
Those
for
are
the
white people, not
for
Beavers.
the tunes. What, Canadians?
Oh, sorry.
It's hard
Sorry.
to tell
I'm
the
gonna have to
difference.
check that video out. That
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
Beaver
it's good
video.
stuff. I'll send you the link. All right. Thanks to Vontae for the tunes and
Thank
for the live
you.
Yes,
performance.
dope shit. Dope
Go
shit.
get his record. Thanks also to
Oh, God.
whoever
Oh,
else
God.
that we could talk to. Thanks to our radio partners, Mr. Pillow, Bannon's podcast, or whatever, the Gay Frogs guy. All of those folks, Stitcher, iTunes, Google, Spreaker, blah blah blah. Thanks to NOTN, maybe don't know. Thanks to our new Insta famous helper, Fuck the Ducks. That's the Beaver thing. I got
Fuck
that
the
right.
Ducks.
Yep. And thanks to our
Wait, I
home
like Nike.
on. Well, that's fine.
Oh, sorry.
It's
I mean-
university tonight.
Oh,
You don't have to actually root for the
sorry.
team. Thanks to our home on the interwebs, coplaymedia.com. And thanks as always to our family here at Rip Radio for making us sound as smooth as DJ TJ's explanation of literally anything. I don't know if you saw coked out Trump Jr. trying to explain something.
Which he has a new coked out
Yeah, well,
rant?
no, he's just, any day. All right, where can everybody get you, Vontae, on the social medias?
Please follow me on Instagram at the official Vontae, and just check out my website, theofficialvontae.com. Vontae is VON. I have a little space in it. TAE.
There you go.
There
All
we go.
right, where can everybody find you on the things?
All right, remember, Baltimore, Washington, Pittsburgh, Cincy, Green Bay, Minnesota. Those are
your
touchdown
picks.
takes. You can find me at Catch 'em Cordy on Instagram. You can find me on Twitter at BZ Cortez. Again, these are uneducated picks because the only game I watch is here on Thursdays. I don't
That's
watch
right.
the NFL.
All right, and you can find me in the show on Twitter at ChipChatRR after Ted Cruz killed my other Twitter handle. And you can find us on Facebook or Instagram at RipChipChat. And you can find us, of course, every Thursday night except next Thursday because we're off next Thursday.
Yippee!
I'm traveling.
Nice.
Except next Thursday. Most Thursday nights here on Rip Radio Network at 9:30. I'm Chip. That says that's Vontae. You've been listening to Chip Chat on Rip Radio Network.
Kneel for life.